Here at Open Road Mazda of Morristown, we strive to provide a stress-free, knowledgeable, positive buying experience. No matter your budget, we'll find the right car for you.
Drive home the 2025 Mazda CX-50 for just $229 a month.
Check us out for yourself.
Pick Your Cards is located on Route 46 in Ledgewood. Our huge inventory can be shopped online at pickyourcards.com, where you can use the code BigStateSports for an extra discount.
Tired of tired floors? At Washington Floors, we're a family-owned business in Washington, New Jersey. From cozy carpets to stunning hardwoods, we've got your floor covered, literally. Fully insured, fully trusted. Call Washington Floors today at 908-989-0111. Again, that's 908-989-0111.
Mandelbaum Barrett PC Attorneys at Law provide you with a 360-degree approach for your personal and business legal needs, built on relationships, support, and innovation. You can rely on Mandelbaum Barrett. Visit us at mblawfirm.com.
Go ahead, take a deep breath. Oh, nice, huh? That's some clean, fresh air at the perfect temperature.
That is good. Who installed the system?
ICS. They're the leaders in HVAC. They make the ductwork at their own factory, so we even save some money.
That's impressive. You recommend them?
It's ICS for HVAC.
I see why.
Hey, Lorraine, go get a big plastic bag. Take some air home with you.
Got the new iPhone 17 Pro and Verizon picked up the tab.
No way.
That's me. Handsome and hilarious. It's a rare combo.
New and existing customers can get the new iPhone 17 Pro on us on the best 5G network.
I mean, where else would I get it, right?
David Hasbrouck here from Big State Sports. You're watching free coverage of the best high school athletes across the Garden State.
Blue Nail was superior in almost every aspect. We've worked with contractors for almost everything in the firehouse, and Blue Nail really made us feel comfortable all the way through, from the contract to pre-planning to scheduling, getting the job done. We are thrilled that they were able to do the job for us.
This is George Muha, and you're watching Big State Sports.
This is Zach Smolin, play-by-play commentator, and you're staying frosty for free right here on Big State Sports. Struggling with confidence, inconsistency, and playing scared? Learn how to unlock your potential and perform at your best when it matters the most with Top Mental Game. Your talent sets the floor. Your mindset sets the ceiling. When the moment comes, will you be ready?
For years, it had been the same routine, working all night. Ah, those beautiful faces. I wanted more, for me, for them, for our futures. There was this day that something changed, a simple moment of dress-up. It opened my eyes.
Take charge of your future and go big at CCM.
George J. Keller and Sons want your house to be the kind of home for all to see. Best roofing, windows, siding too. Great solar and gutters, we're here for you. Our seasoned pros are unsurpassed, so give a call, we'll take your task. Transform your home, that's what we do. So give a call, we're here for you. For roofing, siding, windows and solar, we do it all for you. George J. Keller and Sons.
Your family-owned operation since 1980. Call for your free estimate.
Hey, this is Zach Smolin with Big State Sports. We know fundraising can be tough for booster clubs and coaches, and that's why we're so excited about Leading Edge. They've helped programs raise tens of thousands of dollars in just a 1-hour fundraising drive. Scan this QR code or visit lefundraise.com and let them know Big State Sports sent you.
Hey parents, Anchor Golf and Recreation is now registering full and half-day golf camps. Anchor Golf Day Camps are designed to teach children fundamentals of golf. To register your child for golf camp, go online and click the registration tab at anchorgolfcenter.com. Anchor now has 4 dedicated outdoor lighted pickleball courts. Call to reserve your court today. Check out Anchor's 18-hole miniature golf course with new features. It's fun for the whole family. Anchor Golf and Recreation offers so much more. Call or see us at anchorgolfcenter.com.
Third down to give. Montella cuts back up the middle, and he's over 1,000 yards, and he's off to the races.
Up in the air, blocked down!
Dumping in wide open net. Too easy right there.
Holly Chapman, she'll take off from the wing. That one's good.
Webb trying to get the pin. Here we go. And it got it! That would win it for Warren Hill. Great senior night ceremony here at Lenby Valley High School.
A 63 save performance by Casey Connor, the Crimson.
And he break his record. Penty Edwards wins it.
First game of your conference schedule.
So good, and we're all so pumped and just happy to look.
Lineups ahead tonight on Morris Sussex.
When it comes to the NJIC playoffs, it doesn't get more cut and dry than tonight. Whoever wins this game tonight at Butler's Memorial Field will be in. On one end, the hosting Bulldogs are undefeated and looking to defend their NJIC title and contend for a top seed in the Group 1 playoffs. On the other hand, the Aviators fly in trying to get back to the tournament, which they last won in 2018, and break a 2-year drought against their divisional rivals. Live on Big State Sports, it's an NJIC Meadowlands Division matchup between the 4-0 Butler Bulldogs and the 4-1 Hasbrouck Heights Aviators. Hello and welcome inside the Mandelbaum Barrett broadcast booth. I'm Ryan Sudol, soon to be joined by Matt Merlino. Before we get started, we'd like to thank the following sponsors for helping us bring this game to you here tonight. Of course, starting with Mandelbaum Barrett. Mandelbaum Barrett, since 1930, has been a trusted legal partner for all of life's biggest plays, from business deals to personal matters. Their experienced attorneys provide hands-on attention and innovative solutions. For nearly a century, they've built enduring relationships across diverse industries. Wherever you are, whatever your legal need, and whether it's personal or professional, Mandelbaum Barrett PC is on your team. Learn more at mblawfirm.com. Chafee and Associates, concentrating in personal injury involving motor vehicle accidents, including car, truck, motorcycle, Uber, and Lyft, construction accidents, workers' comp, slip and falls, wrongful deaths, medical malpractice, and dog bites. Their firm operates on a contingency fee basis, which means no upfront legal fees, and there will be no fee if they don't succeed in your case. They also offer legal representation in English and Spanish. Why settle for less? Chafee and Associates, 973-932-6540. AJ Caprio and Integrated Pain Management of Rutherford. Call 551-285-4250 for non-opioid pain management and all of your regenerative medical needs. And we'd also like to thank Butler Bulldogs Football for helping us with this broadcast tonight. Speaking of Butler, let's start with them, Matt. The defending sectional champs, a 2 seed right now in North Group 1. They've been going wild over the last couple of games. 35-0 last week over Secaucus. The week before, 42-10 over Saddlebrook. Just like last year, balanced on both sides of the ball. Their defense incredibly potent with a dominant front four. But this year, the offense is much more balanced with senior quarterback David Smith using himself and a lot more toys out there.
Well, I don't really think, Ryan, that they've faced really the challenge that they're going to face tonight. Hasbrouck Heights is the best team they have on their currently slim NJIC schedule. They finish with the best 2 teams in their league, Heights tonight, and then they'll travel to New Milford next Saturday afternoon. That'll be a big one that could see a spoiler happen, but tonight is really the championship game. This Butler offense hasn't scored as many points as really I thought they would have. I'm interested to see how they'll do against a very good Hasbrouck Heights defense, but the big thing tonight is going to be the rushing attack of Hasbrouck Heights against the Butler defense.
And let's move to Hasbrouck Heights now. Like Butler, They're 3-0 in the Meadowlands Division. They hold a 2 seed as well in Group 1 right now. Also, like the Bulldogs, they've had a hot stretch. 100-14 scoring over the last 3, including a 33-0 win over Saddlebrook last Friday. But much like Butler, that schedule is not as hard as what they're going to have down the stretch. But anyhow, save for a couple linemen and their quarterback, Danny Amendola, they return nearly all the heavy hitters on both sides of the ball. And, of course, Matt, you have to start with last year's Bergen County leading rusher, Mike Napolitano. He's picked up right where he left off.
Well, Napolitano's obviously a great player, one of the many seniors on this Butler roster. Right now, he's second in rushing in the entire NJIC, not just the division, but the entire conference of 40-some-odd teams. He's third in total touchdowns in the NJIC and has recorded 60 points on the year, 9 touchdowns rushing and 1 touchdown on the receiving side. Definitely a great player to watch. But this entire Hasbrouck Heights offense can score and get yards everywhere. So far through this season, just over 1,600 yards. They're averaging over 320 yards per game. Very interested to see what they're going to be able to do against a very tough Butler defense, which so far this season has only allowed 896 yards.
And in order to pick up that victory on the road tonight, Heights second-year head coach Eddie Surrey says they need to play a nearly perfect game of football, at least, and at least stay competitive. This is a measuring stick game, he says, and it's not the end of the world if they lose and miss out on the conference tournament, because if anything, this game will for sure show the Aviators where they stand in the Group 1 pecking order. Now for Butler, led by 13th-year head coach Jason Luciani, he says that their size advantage on defense matches up with Hasbrouck Heights' speed well and could lead to great results. And offensively, it'll be all about taking advantage of the skilled players' abilities, and particularly those of quarterback David Smith. And you just saw the Hasbrouck Heights Aviators enter the field, and here come the Bulldogs. We're about to get ready with the game. Before that, we'd like to say a quick thank you to ICS. It's currently 67 degrees with partly cloudy skies. Our game time temperature is brought to you by ICS, keeping you cool when it's hot and warm when it's cold. Go to ICSHVAC.com for all of your comfort needs. Here at the Blue Turf, the 4th season of this Blue Turf here at Butler's Memorial Field, the inflatable Bulldog Tunnel. And we're going to take a pause here as we get ready to hear our national anthem.
To stand up and be recognized. Let's give them a big hand. Please rise and remove your hats as the Butler High School Marching Band honors America with the playing of our national anthem.
Fantastic rendition of our national anthem by the Butler High School Marching Band. Get ready for the coin toss at midfield in just a couple seconds here. And if you took notice at the top of the broadcast, we had some transitions, some awesome transitions. They are of course pink with pink ribbons. All the graphics that you'll see during our commercial breaks will be pink ribbons, pink theme, as it is here tonight. Pink theme. Butler having a pink out tonight. And we'd like you to join Big State Sports this October as we stand together in the fight against breast cancer, raising awareness, supporting survivors, and honoring the strength of every warrior. And they're going to do something pretty cool between the 3rd and 4th quarters of this game tonight. We'll get to that when we get to that. But right now, the captains for each team joining at midfield for the coin toss. And I had an interesting thing happen last week at the at the Boonton Mountain Lakes game. Mountain Lakes won the toss, Boonton won the toss and elected to receive. I don't know if I've seen that really in any game I've ever broadcasted. I've been doing this for 7 years.
Well, you also had something pretty exciting at that Mountain Lakes game, if I remember, with the
yes, with the skydive. Yes, it's a very, the blue turf is a close second for interesting things I've seen at a field this year, but I don't think anything is going to, with all respect, I don't think anything's going to beat the is going to beat the skydivers coming in, the Patriot parachute team last year at Mountain Lakes. A phenomenal ceremony, as you just saw the coin toss. Boonton won the toss. I'm sorry, excuse me. I got Boonton Mountain Lakes on the mind now. Hasbrouck Heights won the toss, elected to defer to the second half. So Butler will get the ball first to start this one. What kind of a tone are you looking to set if you're head coach Jason Luciani and the Bulldogs?
Well, I think you just want to come out the gates and start beating them as much as possible early. Just set as you said, set the tone as quickly as possible. They'll receive here. So first drive, just drive it right down the field. Use that power, that energy of being sectional champions last year, conference champions last year, division champions last year, and show this league, this conference, and this state what you can do as one of the best small schools in New Jersey.
And we'll see what they do in terms of their attack on offense. Of course, they got Yadi Perez. He got 377 rushing yards on the year, 6 yards a rush.
Ryan, before we get started, I want to point out something. Hasbrouck Heights Mayor Ron Kistner, every year he walks from Hasbrouck Heights to a football game. This year he walked the 21-mile trip from Hasbrouck Heights here to Butler.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible. As Brady Shine on the kickoff, the opening kickoff for Hasbrouck Heights, boots it out of bounds at about the 5-yard line of the Bulldogs. So they'll bring this thing out due to the illegal kick penalty. So good field position to start this drive off, start the game off for Butler. And that opening kickoff, by the way, folks, was brought to you by Open Road Mazda of Morristown. First-time car buyers, listen up. Open Road Mazda of Morristown has your back. Discover affordable, dependable vehicles for less than $15,000, backed by rock-solid money-back, rock-solid 5-day money-back guarantee. Drive with confidence. Drive with Open Road Mazda of Morristown. They start at the 35-yard line after the penalty. And the first play is going to be David Smith giving it to Yadi Perez, and Perez has a pretty good gain to start this one off, about a yard or two short of the sticks.
Well, Perez is that kind of guy, averaging almost 6 yards per carry. He had 122 yards in the game last week at Secaucus, that 35-0 win for the Bulldogs. Let's see if he can continue that momentum tonight.
Nick Parkinson, the lone wide receiver, at the bottom of your screen, as it is 2nd down and 3 for Butler. The man in motion there is Danny Wilson. They're going to give it to Perez again, and he's going to have a first down as he tries to bring the Hasbrouck Heights pile a couple yards forward. In any case, still moving the sticks for Butler.
Number 22, Yadi Perez, for a gain of 3. Good enough for Butler Bulldogs. First down.
Very interesting to see how the Hasbrouck Heights defense is able to deal with the Butler offense. I think that is the biggest mismatch. I think the Butler offense is going to be too much for this Aviators D to handle.
3 wideouts in the game here for Butler on first down and 10 from their own 47. Here's a keeper for Smith. Smith making a cut. Smith out in front of everybody, finally tripped up past the 30-yard line. Eventually, by I believe that was Jalil Baldwin, a big run for David Smith. First down and 10, Butler into Hasbrouck Heights territory. Let's see it again.
Well, when you talk about the Butler rushing game, you always talk about Yadi Perez, but don't count out the quarterback, David Smith. Just able to find a hole, made 2 Hasbrouck Heights defenders run into each other there, and that's exactly what Coach Luciani wanted to see to start off tonight.
Huge run. Good tackle there by Baldwin at the end of the play to possibly save a touchdown. Here's Perez again, pushing off a couple defenders and brought down after a gain of maybe 1 or 2. On that play, it was Harris Cromanhoke on the stop. Cromanhoke, a legacy player for Hasbrouck Heights. Both his father and his uncles played for the Aviators. And was a district semifinal wrestler last year at 175. This year, he's 6 foot 205. That's a bunch of muscle to put on in a calendar year.
Big guy. Tell you, nobody wants to see that when you're on the line going up against him.
Parkinson lined up in the slot at the top of the screen. At the bottom, it's Evan Croker, and he goes in motion. And it's going to be another keeper off the fake by Smith, and Smith runs into a couple of Aviators before he can get much done. And another minimal gain to bring up 3rd down and long.
Carried by number 1, David Smith, for a gain of 2 yards. Ball spotted at the 26-yard line, 3rd down.
I mentioned that Perez averaging about 6 yards per carry. David Smith's also averaging 5.5 yards per carry. So, as I said before, Perez gets most of that attention on the Butler rushing attack, but Smith can do things on the ground too and in the air. He's a very dynamic player.
They got 3 receivers stacked at the bottom of the screen in the slot. On the move there, C.J. Bentley, who transitions to the opposite slot. Looking to throw, here is Smith. Quick throw, and it's Parkinson catching it near the sticks. Makes one man miss. He's got a first down for Butler right near the 15-yard line.
Great route from Nick Parkinson. Got wide open there, and it was a great read from David Smith to get it to him. He's got 3 straight 150-yard games passing, David Smith, and he's the 7th best passer in the NJIC. But his opponent on the Hasbrouck Heights side is also a very good quarterback, Nico Nipatella. He's 9th in passing in the NJIC.
And we'll see him in just a little bit. Meanwhile, it's going to be first down and 10. Give to Perez. Nice job by the front for Hasbrouck Heights to snuff that run out. Noel Cruz, the nose tackle, in there at the legs. So no gain on the play there. Will Jones is in the game at the split out wide at the bottom of your screen here. Has no catches so far this year. As he set up for second down and 10 from the 18. Smith looking to throw, clean pocket, far side, caught. It's Parkinson again on a comeback route. He's got close to a first down. We'll see if they give him the yardage, but again, a great route run by Parkinson.
Great catch from Parkinson as well, coming back for that one. Maybe not the best pass from David Smith, but it still works out in the end.
14, Nick Parkinson for a gain of 9.
So that was good enough for a gain of 9. Second down and 1 coming up here. Nick Parkinson, he can do it all, man. He's got 141 receiving yards coming into this game. Led the team in interceptions last year. Leads the team in receiving touchdowns this year. Punt return touchdown last year. He is your 5-tool player out there. And he got 2 big catches on this drive. Now here's Smith on a keeper again. And 2 Aviators get to him before he can cut it up and into the end zone. And on the initial contact there, Brady Shine, the senior wide receiver, cornerback, kicker, and punter. Talk about a 5-tool player for Butler. That's Hasbrouck Heights' 5-tool player, and despite the short gain, it was enough for a first down for Butler, so that brings up first down and goal at the 8-yard line. And what a drive for Butler so far, taking all this time off the clock. 4 minutes have gone by. Sorry, at the 5, excuse me. So here's first down and goal, right up the middle. Yadi Perez is going to get stood up right before he got to the goal line. Good job by Owen Maloney. One of the scrappy wrestlers, 7 wrestlers on the defense for the Aviators. He went to the regional semifinals last year at 165, and Coach Eddie Surrey before the game telling me that his scrappiness out there is indicative of his wrestling success. Plays inspired football all year long, and right there, preventing a touchdown for Butler, as it is now second down and goal from the 3. Smith going to take it himself, trying to push his way in at the goal line, waiting for a signal, and they mark him short of the touchdown. So it'll be third down and inches from the goal line here, third down and goal.
So far, a huge stand at the goal line for this Hasbrouck Heights defense. If they can keep them out of the end zone on this third down, I'll be very impressed early.
Smith coming off the field, waiting for the call. If you recognize the last name, Smith, Evan Smith, another great quarterback. His brother graduated a couple years ago. Part of this resurgence for the Butler football program over the last couple of years. Here's Smith again, going up the middle, diving over the pile and into the end zone. Touchdown, Butler.
Touchdown scored by number 1, David Smith.
This place going crazy. It's the loudest you'll ever hear a reaction for a 1-yard touchdown, Matt, but let's see this one more time. And they tried to do the same formation as they did on the previous play. This time it worked out for him, though.
TD number 5 for Smith. Very good idea to roll out to his right there and just waltz in for the touchdown. Exactly what Coach Jason Luciani wanted to see.
And Logan Mandaglio puts the PAT up and through. Penalty flag coming after the play, though. If this stands, it'll be 19 for 20 on the year for Mandaglio. Let's see what the call is from the official.
Mandaglio's the extra point leader in the NJIC, Ryan. Hasn't missed one since week 1, and he's had a lot of opportunities to miss them.
Well, both teams are on the sideline now, so it seems as if this penalty will be assessed against the defense. Either that or it'll get picked up. So it's a dead ball personal foul on Hasbrouck Heights. So this is going to be assessed on the kickoff, so good chance at a touchback here for Mandaglio as he's going to come back out there. So what a first drive for Butler. Almost half the first quarter being taken off the clock there. As there are 6:31 left to go here in the opening quarter with Butler holding a 7-0 lead over Hasbrouck Heights. Now meanwhile, out of town, in what could end up being the Colonial Division deciding game, Lyndhurst and Beckton are playing, and if Lyndhurst were to win, they will be the top. They will be the top team in that division and end up going on to the 4-team NJIC conference tournament. And right now, Beckton, though, holding a 7-0 lead with 2:44 left in the second quarter. So if Beckton wins tonight, that means that both Beckton and Lyndhurst have a chance to win, as well as Garfield with an outside chance. It could all come down to tiebreakers if that ends up happening in these next 2 games, counting tonight for all 3 of those teams. Of course, Garfield would have to win tonight in order to have that outside chance. So we'll bring you updates as this game goes on. Meanwhile, after the 15-yard penalty post-PAT, Mandaglio is going to kick this from the Hasbrouck Heights 45-yard line, and it's going to be a touchback. So starting out at the 20-yard line here for their first offensive drive will be Nico Nipatella and company for the Aviators. 490 passing yards for Nipatella so far this year, 67% completion percentage, 6 passing touchdowns, 1 interception thrown, and that was last week against Saddlebrook. But you're going to see a lot more touches from Mike Napolitano. 616, 9 yards a rush, and 182 yards per game over his last 3. Had 70 in his first 2, and Coach Surrey attributes that to the physicality of summer camp, and it really banged him up. But now he's back and healthy, as is the rest of the team, really, and they are ready to inflict punishment. Got some motion here as Nipatella lines up in the shotgun, and it's going to be a sweep to Napolitano. Trying to get in space. He's lethal when he gets in space, and he gets a few yards to the sticks. Brought down at the end of the play there by Nick Parkinson.
Carried by number 4, Michael Napolitano.
Napolitano has some FCS interest, particularly from some Ivy League and Patriot League schools, specifically Monmouth, one of those schools that is looking at him, and is a 100-meter sectional champion last spring, 1081 personal record. So this kid is fast. Lone wideout in the game here is Brady Shine to the bottom of the screen. He's being covered by Jay Sepulveda. On the give here, it's Nick Haynes, the super sophomore, the future of the backfield for Hasbrouck Heights, and he's going to pick up an Aviators first down past the 30.
Well, Ryan, I said at the top, the Hasbrouck Heights rushing attack versus the Butler defense is going to be the decider tonight. So far, it's gone Hasbrouck Heights' way through, well, only 2 or 3 plays.
A lot can change once you reach midfield. Even if you reach midfield, we saw that last week with Booton on their opening drive against Mountain Lakes. They were looking great, took a lot of time off the clock across midfield, but once they did, couldn't get anything going, and really couldn't get anything going until Mountain Lakes brought in their second stringers. But it will be first down here for their own 31 for Hasbrouck Heights. Faking the handoff to Napolitano is Nipatella, trying to escape, but he cannot. Brought down at the legs by C.J. Bentley. Nice bring down there by the senior cornerback.
For a gain of 1, brought down by number 8.
And it's going to be a gain of 1, though, despite that nice open field tackle.
He's their leading receiver by yardage coming into this game, and he's the 8th best receiver in the NJIC by that yardage metric, but he can do it on both sides of the ball.
That's his 15th tackle so far this year through 5 games now. 4:44 and counting left to go in the opening quarter. It'll be second down and 9 with 3 receivers stacked to the bottom of the screen. It's another sweep to Napolitano. Napolitano's got some space and some speed on the edge. He's got it out of bounds right near midfield. And if it wasn't for the lack of space on that side, he would have probably taken that thing to the house.
But still a great run from Napolitano, though, and a great move to get out of bounds because he did have 2 Butler defenders right on him. I don't know if he would have been able to toy with them a little bit, but That's a
good job of cutting him off right near midfield.
Yeah, still a very good run from Napolitano, and we'll see if he can do it again.
Not giving him a chance to cut anything back, which, oh, believe us, folks, he can do at a moment's notice. They'll spot him exactly at midfield. So first down and 10 for Hasbrouck Heights from there. Out of the gun, faking the handoff here is Nipatella looking way downfield. That pass is caught in stride. Jalil Baldwin, touchdown Aviators. His first touchdown of his career, and it's a big one.
Touchdown
50 yards.
How about the senior Baldwin? Take a look at this. Great pass from Nipatella. Almost 40 yards through the air.
And just like that, they didn't need to cross midfield. We're going to take care of it from midfield. As on to attempt the PAT here will be Brady Shine. He's struggled this year on PATs. He's 13 of 18. The hero from the last play, or one half of the heroics from the last play, Nipatella will be holding. And the kick is up, and it is good. So Hasbrouck Heights, in just 2 minutes and 6 seconds, with one big pass downfield from Nipatella to Jalil Baldwin of 50 yards, they make it 7-7 with 4:25 to go in the opening quarter. And these are the offensive fireworks, Matt, that we were expecting to come out of this contest.
Well, this is what everybody hopes to see, isn't it, Ryan? You're so used to all of these blowouts in high school football.
I've gotten very unlucky this year, I will say.
Well, tonight it looks like we're going to have a pretty nice and very exciting game. That's exactly what you want to see, especially with these kind of stakes, a divisional championship, a NJIC playoff berth on the line, and as you said, state tournament seedings can be impacted tonight. Both of these teams competing in North Group 1. Right now they're both 2 seeds, but they want to get up into that number 1 seed spot.
Yeah, and obviously the power points for the school sides aren't going to count for much tonight, but the quality win will for either of these two sides to solidify their place in the state tournament. Kickoff here, this time it won't go out of bounds. It's going to be received by Parkinson at about the 2-yard line. Parkinson's going to lower the shoulder at around the 20, brought down by 2 Aviators at the 25. So here comes David Smith and company trying to answer the big pass play from the Aviators.
First and 10, Bulldogs.
See if they'll employ the same tactic from last drive, which was it's just a bunch of runs, chunk pass, run, and repeat.
Worked out, though.
Yes, it did. Croker and Ryder Higbee go in motion to the top of the screen here. Smith, toss right to Perez. Perez trying to churn the legs. Gets a couple yards on the play there. Brought down initially there by number 54. That's Noel Cruz, the nose tackle.
At the 30-yard line, second down.
Probably the biggest the biggest guy in terms of both height and weight combined on the Aviators. 5'10", 255 is the senior. They'll spot it at the 30-yard line. It brings up second down and 5 with 3:50 and counting left to go in the opening quarter. We are all tied up at 7 in what is the deciding game in the NJIC Meadowlands Division live on Big State Sports. Coming across the field there was Jay Sepulveda. That was C.J. Bentley, who had the big tackle on the previous drive. And he ends up getting a couple on the play, on the end around. And it'll be third down and short upcoming.
Bentley more of a receiver, but he's been used a couple of times in the rushing game, 36 yards on 3 carries.
That'll put him over 40 on the year so far, as it's third down and 1. This ball spotted at the 34-yard line of Butler. 3 wide receivers in the game for David Smith. Smith fakes the handoff there and to Perez, and Smith breaking 1 tackle. He's going to have a first down up to the 45-yard line, brought down on the play by Jake Britton, the junior safety.
Number 1, David Smith, brought down at the 44-yard line. That's good enough for Butler Bulldogs.
This kid has one of the best first steps out of any quarterback I've seen this year.
It's like he's on the basketball court.
One move, and he's making a couple men miss. And he's done that multiple times on runs so far. Of course, he had that big one on the previous drive that got them into Hasbrouck Heights territory. Now this one on third down and short, that gets him first down and 10 at the 44. Smith The give to Perez. Perez knifes his way through the defense. He's got a first down and into Hasbrouck Heights territory, plus some more as he drags 3 or 4 defenders all the way to the 40.
What an effort, Yadi Perez. That's the kind of thing every coach likes to see. Take a look at how many guys he drags along with him.
That's 1, that's 2, that's 3.
And he nearly went down a couple yards before he got hit first.
I'll spot him at the 43-yard line. See Parkinson doing some motion at the top of your screen. Bentley lined up, excuse me, that's Danny Wilson lined up at H-back there. And here's another give. It's a draw to Perez. Perez with another modest gain. It'll be a gain of 4 there.
All you need to see are those modest gains for Butler.
Exactly.
Going to run down the clock here probably to the end of the first.
Yep, 90 seconds to go in the first. Butler trying to put some points on the board here. Answer right back after the 50-yard touchdown completion from Nipatella to Jalil Baldwin on the previous drive for the Aviators. Looking to throw here is Smith. Smith looking, it is almost caught just outside of the outstretched hands of C.J. Bentley. In coverage there for Hasbrouck Heights was Nick Haynes.
Great pass defense from Haynes, 5'8", 175, but he made the use of all of that there to make sure that pass was incomplete.
So now it is 3rd down and 6. All spotted at the 38-yard line. You got to think this is no man's land for Butler.
It's go for it territory, but forcibly go for it territory.
Smith going to give it to Perez on 3rd down and long. Perhaps they are playing for 4-down territory as he's tackled at the 35-yard line.
Well, for any high school kicker, except maybe that kid from Roxbury who hit, what was it, 52-yarder last Friday night?
Yes.
I think this is a bit too far, but it's way too short to punt. So.
And they're bringing the offense onto the field. They're keeping the offense on the field.
I like saying forcibly go for it because there's really no other decision you can make.
So 44 seconds to go here in the first quarter. 4th down and 3 from the 35 for Butler. 3 wideouts at the top of the screen. And play action fake, keeping it here is David Smith throwing on the run. It is caught. What a throw, what a route again run by Nick Parkinson. 1st down and goal for the Bulldogs.
Well, I was saying, first of all, run it, because he had bluegrass. I'm used to saying green grass, but here it's bluegrass all open in front of him. He would have gotten the 1st down and some change, but a great throw again. Holy cow, this kid David Smith.
On 4th down and 3. He did not need to go that deep, but he trusted his receiver, Parkinson, and it works out. 1st down and goal from the 6 for the Bulldogs with 21 seconds remaining in the opening quarter.
Well, Parkinson came into this game averaging 14 yards per catch. That's going to change after tonight. It's going to go up.
Yes, sir. 3 big catches so far tonight for him. They are spread out way across the field here on 1st down and goal. Taking the handoff there is Smith. Smith brought down before he could cut it up. So it'll be again a short yardage situation near the goal line for Butler.
Good run from Smith. I believe that's going to take us to the end of the quarter.
Yes, sir. Tied up at 7, but doesn't look like it's going to stay that way for a little bit. Or it's going to stay that way for a while, I should say. And Hasbrouck Heights having the chance to make a huge goal line stand. But before we can do that, we got to take a break. So we'll be right back on Big State Sports as Butler is threatening to go up by 6.
High school football right here on YouTube.
KJM Financial, helping families navigate the college application and financial aid process since 1988. Visit njcollegeguy.com to schedule your free consultation today.
John's Lawn Service has made this free game stream possible for everyone watching.
Athletic Fields of America, a Tenkata company based in Morris Plains, New Jersey, is dedicated to enhancing the athletic experience for students, faculty, and visitors by transforming sports facilities into premier venues for competitive and recreational activities. We've installed over 1,000 fields, and we continue to focus on innovation and excellence. We partner with our clients to revitalize their existing athletic fields and create new ones from the ground up through meticulous planning, state-of-the-art materials, and expert craftsmanship. Whether it's a professional stadium or a community field, we are building healthier, more beautiful communities and delivering surfaces that perform, last, and support vibrant, active lives. Learn how we can take your sports facility to the next level by visiting AF.
Welcome back to Big State Sports, and inside the Mandelbaum Barrett broadcast booth, Ryan Sudol here with Matt Merlino. It'll be second down and goal here for Butler. David Smith faking the handoff, boot, throwing, end zone, touchdown! What a catch! Parkinson again!
How about Nick Parkinson? Nothing much you can say here except great blocking, first of all, from the Butler line. David Smith had all the time in the world to get this one off and was able to deliver. Parkinson, unbelievable catch, Ryan.
And what length he has, and putting it to good use there. As Butler up 13-7. And now with the PAT from Mandaglio, this would be his 20th of the year if he can put it through, which he does. Butler with 11:56 to go in the half, up 14-7. So we're 3 for 3 on scoring drives so far, Matt. 2 for Butler, 1 for the Aviators. So now that you gave up that touchdown on defense, what kind of offense do you expect Hasbrouck Heights to bring out here?
Well, they succeeded with a big play on their first drive. I think now what Coach Surrey wants to see is a nice, calmly executed, perfectly executed drive, kind of using Butler's own medicine against them. They've only scored 1-yard touchdown rush on the first drive with Smith, and then they just had only a 5-yard touchdown pass, although it looked like it could have gone a lot more for Parkinson there. So I think Coach Surrey and this Hasbrouck Heights offense wants to establish a nice tempo here, keep things going, and make sure they can be able to dominate this Butler defense.
I would prevent Butler from, this is like one of those things where you don't want to give the ball to the other team, and whoever, at least at this juncture, it's looking like whoever scores last is going to win the game. And obviously we're not even through the first half of the game, but still, I would anticipate Coach Surrey to go a little bit more ground-based on this drive.
Before we get the kickoff here, Ryan.
Yes, you have an update.
Yes, you talked about the Beckton-Lyndhurst game. That's a big game to decide the NJIC playoffs and who the winner of this game may play in the NJIC playoffs. Right now, halftime, Beckton is up 7-0 on Lyndhurst. Another big game for the NJIC playoffs, Woodridge and Park Ridge, two teams that are battling for their league title. Park Ridge leading 7-6 on Woodridge at the end of the first.
Thank you very much, Matt. Bouncer on the kickoff there by Mandaglio, received by Jalil Baldwin. He has a touchdown earlier. He might have one here. Jalil Baldwin finally brought down, though, at the end of the play to the 35-yard line of Butler.
Touchdown saving tackle by the kicker, Mandaglio. That's exactly what you want to see. What good moves from Jalil Baldwin.
Had him tracked down at the end there, the defensive back. But wait a second here. Speaking of back, this one's coming back. It's going to be a hold. So wipe that return off for Hasbrouck Heights. Wow. So they'll spot it at the spot of the hold, which was at the 29-yard line. So basically they just flipped the fields with that penalty there.
Huge penalty.
And we'll see what that does to the momentum, if anything, to this offense, who almost had just 35 yards to go till the end zone. Now they got to go 71. On first down, toss left. Napolitano fumbles the football, but right there to pick it up before anything bad could happen was number 57. That was Matt Samperi, the right tackle. Right place, right time, saving disaster. And what ended up being a couple-yard gain there for the Aviators.
Exactly right. I want to see who punched this out because that was a great forced fumble.
Well, it was kind of a combination.
I believe the hit was laid by number 70, Cole Benacasa.
That's what I saw there. And I believe also in there was A.J. Kilmat, the linebacker. So both of those combining for a forced fumble, but either way, it ends up being a 3 or 4 yard gain for the Aviators. So, and we got some movement on the line, and that was certainly a false start. So take that off the board again. It will be second down, and what looks to be 11.
False start by the Aviators.
First couple of penalties we've seen today, the holds on the kick return, excuse me, and then the false start right here. It's been a clean game so far, but now perhaps nerves starting to get to the Hasbrouck Heights offense.
So second down and 11:06, or sorry, 10:52 and counting left to go here in the first half of play. Handoff to Napolitano. Nice cuts, and Napolitano's got a first down and more on the far side of the field, past midfield to the 45-yard line, eventually tracked down and pushed out by Parkinson. Man, he's had 2 big runs today.
Carried by number 4, Michael Napolitano.
And that one getting them over midfield instead of at midfield.
Nick Parkinson at the 47-yard line.
Well, this is what you see out of Napolitano, the kind of guy that is one of the best in the NJIC at this kind of rushing game. That's how he's able to do it, those long runs where he's just able to break free.
Spot him at the 47-yard line. Lone wide out of the game at the bottom of the screen is Brady Shine. Take the handoff once, now gives it to the sophomore Nick Haynes. Haynes off the give from Nipatella, gets about 5 on the play. Be second down and 5 from the 41.
Haynes is used quite
Actually, for
well.
43, they didn't give him the extra 2 yards there at the end of the plays, and he was down before that. Go ahead, Mac.
Haynes is used quite well as a secondary back, only a sophomore, 5'8", 175, but he's almost got 300 yards on the year.
Another one of those wrestlers on the team for the Aviators as well. Was a district quarterfinalist last year in the 144 division. They stack the receivers at the top. Here's Haynes again. Haynes tried to lower the shoulder through the line, but gets stood up there on that play. Couldn't see who was there on the stop, but he runs into the wall. That is the Butler defensive line at their best. And he gets stood up there. It'll be third down and 3 from the 40.
Huge third down for this Butler defense here.
And this is no man's land as well. This is what you call forcibly going for it here.
Yes.
Especially when you don't want to give Butler the football back after they scored on their first 2 drives of the game.
Forced fourth down.
Out of the gun, play action. Looked like Nipatella was going to throw it quickly under pressure. Gets it underneath. That pass is caught, and close to the sticks there was the receiver.
I think he's a yard short.
He was a yard short, and that receiver was Shine. And Shine is going to be down at about the 38-yard line, so that's going to be fourth down and 1.
It was a huge pass from Nipatella there, and a huge completion as well, because that could have easily gone to 4th and 8, 4th and 9, 4th and 10 if he wasn't able to get that one out.
He had 2 Bulldogs on his case there, and really kind of, I know he didn't get it in between a receiver, but considering how many bodies there were on that side of the field, that was a dangerous pass to throw in a couple ways, so nice job by Nipatella. So now it is fourth down and 1. Nipatella lining up under center here, and a false start. And that's going to bring him back 5 yards. It'll be fourth down and 6.
Still have to go for it. Doesn't change anything except the fact they need 6 yards instead of just 1.
5-yard penalty, 3-play fourth down.
They've been able to work out the previous penalties they've had on this drive, but this one could end the drive ending with a turnover on downs, as it's fourth down and 6 from the 43.
And it'd be the first drive to end without a touchdown
today,
so whoever gets that on defense will have the momentum at least until halftime, I would think.
Yep. And keep in mind at halftime, or at the half, it will be Hasbrouck Heights with the advantage going into the locker room, because at least from the possession standpoint, they will receive the second half kickoff, as we have a timeout on the field called by Hasbrouck Heights. That's Eddie Surrey and Company's first of the game, with 8:10 to go in the second quarter. And folks, we'd like to just give a quick thank you to a couple of our sponsors here. Of course, we have Mandelbaum Barrett sponsoring the Mandelbaum Barrett Press Box, Open Road Mazda of Morristown, ICS, Shafee and Associates, AJ Caprio and Integrated Pain Management in Rutherford, and Butler Bulldogs Football. And man, this is a pretty good facility that the Butler Bulldogs have here with the blue turf. And I was here 9 years ago for my old show when it was more Sussex Sports. It was called Football Fanatics. I'd go to the games and I'd interview people in the stands. And I was here for the Butler-Booton matchup when Butler was still in the SFC. And this place was still grass. It was one of the few fields, and up until 2021, I think was the only field in Morris County that still had grass. So it's like walking into a new world here nearly a decade later here at Butler. And they have a home field advantage here. They've won a lot of games here over the last couple of years. And speaking of home field advantage, this home field advantage is made possible by Athletic Fields of America, enhancing the athletic experience by transforming sports facilities into premier venues for competitive and recreational activities. 4th down and 6 here for Hasbrouck Heights, and it's going to be another pre-snap penalty, another false start. That's back-to-back for Hasbrouck Heights. It'll be 4th down and 11.
False start, Aviators.
And here comes the punt team for Hasbrouck Heights. Wow.
In a game like this, that's what kills you, Ryan. Unbelievable. Coach Surrey will have some choice words.
It was 4th down and 1 at the 38. It is now 4th down and 11. I'm sorry, at the 38. It is now 4th down and 11 at the 48 after the 2 back-to-back false start penalties. Shine, also the punter, he's going to boot this one away. And fair catching it at the 15-yard line was Croker. So nice punt there, nice placement by Shine as Butler is going to set up near their own 15-yard line. So that was the first drive to end today without a score. We thought it would either end on a score or a turnover on downs. We didn't really factor in the fact that they might punt, but man, those 2 false start penalties back-to-back. First you had the holding call on the kickoff return, which would have put him at the 35. False start earlier in the drive. They kind of worked that out with the nice run by Napolitano, but then the 2 penalties at the end, the 2 false starts, forcing a punt. And now Butler starts 1st down and 10. Ball's going to be spotted at about the 15. 3 wideouts in the game for Smith, actually 4 with 1 at the top. Smith, keeper, trying to push the pile, instead gets pushed down to the ground by Mike Collinari. Collinari, a sophomore, 60 tackles. That is his 60th tackle on the year. He also has 5 sacks and 6 tackles for loss. And as a freshman last year, he had 43 of them.
He comes into this game as the 20th best tackler in the entire state of New Jersey. Impeccable stuff, especially at a Group 1 school.
2nd down and 10 after no gain. Smith looking to throw. Far side. Caught. Immediately hit was Croker at the end there. And it's Collinari again. So 2 straight tackles for the sophomore, and it's going to be 3rd down, and what should be manageable, at least based on what they've...
After a gain of 6.
Well, Ryan, you mentioned the home field advantage that they've got here with the blue turf. I'm a Bergen County guy. I come from Montvale. Hi to all my friends back home. But this place is a special town, man. You have the steeple from the church, I believe, just over the just over our left shoulder.
It's like Friday Night Lights movie stuff.
It is.
Yeah, it really is. 3rd down and short here for Smith. Smith getting it to his man past the sticks. It's Yadi Perez running the wheel route and using his wheels to get past the 1st down markers. It will be 1st down for Butler.
This is what they've done on the other 2 drives, just short passes, short runs, march it down the field, and they've had the ability to take a lot of time off the clock. They started this drive, about 8 minutes left. They've already taken 90 seconds off of it.
Very surgical drive here, trying to run down as much of this first half as they can, up 1 score. Smith under center. Here's Perez spinning away from 1 tackler, breaking another one, and a 1st down run after the 1st down catch by Perez past his own 40.
This Yadi Perez kid continuing the momentum from the Sea Caucus game last Friday night. He had 122 yards and a touchdown on the ground in that one. And that's exactly what they wanted to see from their star junior running back.
Running tempo here is Butler. They shut things down for the moment. They have 4 wideouts, 2 split to each side here. As Smith goes to the gun. Smith looking to throw once again, near side. Comeback route caught here by Parkinson. Parkinson getting the first down after getting a couple extra yards with lowering the shoulder. Baldwin the tackle, but not before moving the sticks. And they are in the Aviators territory once again.
Good read from Smith once again. Another short pass, but that's what they need. They don't need the huge downfield bombs like the one we saw from Hasbrouck Heights, the 55-yard touchdown. That's their only one so far tonight. All they need is just to march it down as they've been doing throughout this game.
In at H-back is number 18, Jordan DiNatale. Smith keeping it again. And Smith is going to get a modest gain again past the 45-yard line of Hasbrouck Heights. That stand on the previous offensive drive that Butler had was really the only time that we've seen Smith go backwards tonight.
Yes.
And it's because of that great first step that he has that causes him to have the 5 yards of carry that he had coming into tonight. 4.5 to go and counting. It's 2nd down and 6. And we have a whistle. And it is a timeout called by the Bulldogs. So that makes the first timeout for the Bulldogs in the half. Both teams now with 2 remaining. Now, there's going to be a cool thing happening, folks, between the 3rd and 4th quarters of this game tonight. So the Butler Deca Club has something called the Miracle Minute. So there's going to be about 20 kids that are going to start on the football field, and then they're with pink buckets in their hands. Of course, we're Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And they're going to run around anywhere, really. They can go to the opposite sideline. They're come to this sideline. They're going to try to get as much money as they can in 1 minute. And that money will go to a beneficiary within the Butler community. Last year, they raised $1,100. This year, trying to break that mark. Of course, we'll bring it to you. It's sure to be an exciting one. And make sure you stick around for halftime as well. We got cheerleading performances from both the Butler and Hasbrouck Heights cheerleading squads and a performance by both the marching bands from the 2 schools. First time we've had that's the first time I've had all 4 things going on at once at halftime. 2 cheerleaders, 2 marching bands. Sometimes marching bands don't even make the trip for road games.
Good to see it. I think usually they do one game a year on the road. They picked a good one here.
Yes, sir. 2nd down. Perez takes it up the middle, and Perez has another first down, spun down by Baldwin past the 30, but again, Perez coming through on the ground.
Huge tackle, looked like Brady Shine in there as well for the Aviators. It looked like Perez was gone to me. Let's see this tackle. That saved another 6 for the Bulldogs.
If Parkinson had gotten that block down on Baldwin before he got the tackle, perhaps it would have been. But either way, big gain there for Perez. 4 minutes to go in the half. First down from inside the 30. Perez again. Nice open field tackle by Jaden Shikaiza before he can do anything with the football. That's his 40th tackle this year. Nice story, Jaden Shikaiza. Last year, he was actually benched at middle linebacker in favor of Culinary. And here he is this year starting at outside linebacker after putting on a bunch of muscle in the offseason. Surrey could not be more proud of him for dealing with the adversity. Especially, you know, like that could be a hit to your ego. No matter how good the kid is, you're getting benched for a freshman. For him to come back is pretty great.
Yeah, it's a kid any coach wants to hear, just a kid who wants to play.
And here's Smith taking it himself. Smith has it to the 15-yard line. Combining on the tackle with Shine and Mike Napolitano. And it'll be another first down on the ground for Butler at the 15.
Well spotted at the 16-yard line.
At the 16, excuse me. But man, oh man, this is the type of drive that Butler needed and wanted. Or wanted and needed. I should have switched the articles there. But wanted and needed to do as they try to run down as much clock as they can, as we are under 3 minutes to go in the half. Butler trying to go up 2 scores on Hasbrouck Heights in what is essentially the Meadowlands Division Championship game at Memorial Field. Smith looking to throw. Flushed out. Throwing on the run. It's one-handed catch there by Perez. Wrestled out of bounds inside the 10-yard line there by Chikaiza.
Great catch.
And I think, oh boy, I think Perez might have gotten shaken up there at the end of the play. And we have a stoppage in play for the injury timeout. And while they get that sorted out, we're going to take a break ourselves. We'll be right back on Big State Sports.
Everybody gets treated just like family. We always make sure we find the right car for you.
The 2025 Cadillac Lyriq, now for the limited time price of only $529 a month. Open Road Cadillac of Morristown in Florham Park, New Jersey.
Provide your team or athlete with quality trophies, medals, plaques, and awards with Performance Trophy and Medals of Randolph. Call us today at 973-989-8775.
Hi, my name is Andrew Shaka. I'm one of the owners here at New Jersey Siding and Windows. We are a family-owned residential remodel firm. Everything we offer here is quality and comes with great warranties. If it's a residential home, there's no home too big for us to work on.
Hi, I'm Barry Farber, and I'm so excited to bring you the new special edition hardcover copy of The Adventures of Little Billy in Search of the Magic Tree. Scan the code below and learn more about that adventure.
Welcome back to Big State Sports coverage of this NJIC Meadowlands title game between Butler and Hasbrouck Heights. Ryan Sudol here alongside Matt Merlino. The story here right now for Butler is, yes, they have first down and they have a inside the 10-yard line situation. It'll be 2nd down and 3, but their running back Yadi Perez injured on the previous play. In there spelling him right now is A.J. Kilmat, but instead taking it here, it'll be David Smith getting inside the 4-yard line, so it'll be 1st down and goal from the 3.
Carried by number 1, David Smith, brought down at the 4-yard line.
Not a doctor, but if I had to guess Perez, I would, well, certainly Butler hopes that he'll be back up, but I think he'd be sitting at least until after the half.
Yeah, currently getting stretched out by an athletic trainer on the bench, so we wish him the best. As there you see the time, 1:56 to go in the half. This has been a 7-minute drive for Butler.
Maybe a bit of confusion between Smith and the Butler sideline here. I don't think Smith knows what the play call is.
Watch the referee making the signal for the play clock running down, and Coach Luciani's going to call a timeout, so that leaves him with 1, and that'll stop the clock at 1:31. So from this point of the field is where they've scored both of their touchdowns. You had the QB keeper, 2-yard rush by David Smith, and then the 5-yard pass to Parkinson on the previous drive. We'll see what they end up doing here as they come out of the timeout. Seems like there's an issue with the right side of the body. Currently the trainer stretching out what looks to be the leg of Perez as he is now being helped off the bench by the trainer, and he's walking and running and jogging on his own power. So it looks like Perez is going to be good to come back in, if not now, later in the game. And actually he's entering the huddle right now.
Tough kid. Great to see that. Interesting coming into this game, Butler's offense scored as many points passing as they did rushing. Very balanced offense here.
And Perez actually coming off the field for this play. He was ready and raring to go. He's like, all right, what do you need me? But
Coach probably playing it safe there.
Yep.
As I'm sure any high school coach would.
As it is 1st down and goal from the 3. Remaining in at running back is A.J. Kilmat. Under center is Smith. Smith going to give it to Kilmat. Makes some cuts, and he is in for the touchdown. A.J. Kilmat, the 3rd rushing touchdown of his career, his 1st of the year. And the 2nd stringer puts Butler up 20-7.
How about Kilmat? He saw Perez go down and said, ooh, this may be my opportunity. Big game tonight. That's exactly what they wanted to see.
And that's
about
his
5 yards out.
That's his first rush of the year,
Yeah.
too. So he's got a batting average of 100% so far. He's batting 1,000 for touchdowns and touchdown runs.
If Coach Luciani has any association with Moneyball, maybe we'll see Kilmat a lot more.
We'll see. Had some nice moves there, as you saw Mandaglio put the PAT up and through, and with $1:24 to go in the half, Butler now 3 for 3 on touchdown drives so far in the first half. It is 21-7 Bulldogs, and what a drive that was. That took 7 minutes off of the clock.
And it's been the same deal throughout the 3 drives for Butler so far. Just gone down the field. They've had good starting field position, but pretty much uncontested by this Hasbrouck Heights defense.
And it's also the diversity of the offense for Butler. 3 different touchdown scorers.
I did week 0, my first game with Big State Sports, Dumont at Garfield, and I was wowed by how Dumont could use shotgun, under center, and wildcat all in the same offense and do it quite well. This is just an incredible use of all of the great talent that Butler has on their offense. Everybody's getting a touch tonight.
Mandaglio getting ready to boot this one away. Jalil Baldwin and Napolitano back deep to receive this one. Baldwin had the good return on the last Butler kickoff, but it was called back for a hold. And it's going Baldwin's way. He'll get it at his own 20. Baldwin, nice return there, using his blockers to get up to the 40-yard line. Brought down at the end of the play there. I believe that was Danny Wilson. So pretty good field position here with 1:16 to go. 2 timeouts left for Hasbrouck Heights. What do you do here with 76 seconds to go in the half?
Throw deep.
Hey,
That's the deal.
The last time. They've only thrown deep one time, and it worked out well with the 50-yard pass from Nipatella to Baldwin.
I think still have 2 timeouts, so try and work maybe a couple short passes here, maybe put a rush in there with Napolitano, but once it gets down.
Screen to Napolitano, almost got blown up there, and it gets blown up just a couple seconds later by Nick Parkinson. As he's indicating, he's got eagle eyes, loss of 2 on the play.
Huge tackle by Parkinson. First tackle for loss on the year for the 5'11", 185 senior.
They're going tempo here. 3 wideouts at the top of the screen, 4 in the game total. Nipatella looking the way of the sophomore running back, but running himself. How about this run? Incredible stuff from Nipatella. Finally tracked down inside the 10 by Parkinson, but it'll be first down and goal for Hasbrouck Heights. He faked the toss to the right side to Nick Haynes, but then taking it himself, using the speed, and a huge run. The biggest play of the game yards-wise for the Aviators. It is first down and goal at the 9.
Great angle from Parkinson on the tackle.
And just even a better tackle, just as good of a tackle to chase him down, because he looked like he was gone.
What a run.
2 wideouts in the game. Napolitano on the take. Just a couple yards up the middle, running into 3 or 4 Bulldogs, and a timeout called on the play, after the play, by Hasbrouck Heights.
Brought down by a bunch of Bulldogs after a gain of 2.
Clock stops at 35 seconds. And what a score this would be for Hasbrouck Heights if they can put this thing in the end zone, because not only are you getting that potential momentum shifter before the half, but you get the ball back to start the second half as well.
I was about to say that, Ryan. They really want to put this in, because then they've got a chance to tie and open up the second half with a huge bit of momentum and go into the locker room with a bunch of momentum here at the half in a very pivotal game on both of these teams' seasons.
So out of the timeout, Butler for the first time tonight in a goal-to-go situation on defense. As you see the spot at the 8-yard line on the left hash. As here comes Nipatella, just a couple plays after his incredible run to get him to this point. In motion goes Napolitano, toss out right to him. Trying to get the edge, stalked there and forcing him to run out of bounds there again. Parkinson making 2 big tackles on this drive. And that brings up 3rd down and goal from just beyond the 10-yard line.
Spotted at the 10-yard line.
2 big tackles and 1 big stop there. I don't know if you can count that as a tackle.
Well, yes, exactly. Well, he forced the issue, certainly, yes.
It's great defensive plays from a man who early in this game was the big player on offense.
Clock stops at 30. You see Brady Shine going to the bottom of the screen as a lone wide receiver. Nipatella gave it to Haynes, and Haynes gets flushed back, tossed to the ground. What a tackle by Peyton Kibbers. And Kibbers is going to force a timeout with that tackle for loss with 20 seconds to go on the year for him. That is his 3rd tackle for loss.
It was a weird play from the start. It looked like Haynes just wasn't able to find any room. Maybe a lineman grabbed onto his leg there and he wasn't able to wrestle free until it was too late, and then Kibbers was ready for him in the backfield.
So a loss of 5 there. It'll be 4th down and goal at the 15 and 20 seconds to go. Now this actually is, there's a decision to be made here. Do you go for the field goal, which would only be the 2nd attempt on the year for Brady Shine and also the 2nd attempt on his career, or do you keep the offense on the field? It looks like they are going to kick a field goal here with Shine, as he's lining it up with Nipatella as the holder. So this will be a 32-yard try here. It would be the first make on just the 2nd field goal attempted of Shine's career to make it 21-10 Butler. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up, and it is good. So the kick from Shine, first made of his career, makes it 21-10. And once again, the Butler defense preventing what Hasbrouck Heights has wanted on the last 2 drives, which are touchdowns. First time it was self-inflicted errors for Hasbrouck Heights. This time just a great defensive stand by the Bulldogs, forcing the 3.
Huge defensive stand after the big run from Nipatella. And great plays specifically from Nick Parkinson. He had a huge tackle for loss early part in that drive. He made the tackle to prevent the touchdown for Nipatella, and he had a couple of big defensive stops later after that big run.
So 15 seconds to go in the half, and you'd have to imagine that Butler's going to be in a kneel-down situation here. As Shine and company coming back on the field, getting ready to kick this one away. Brady Shine, also worth mentioning, a sectional champion javelin thrower, personal best 179 feet. And is top 3 in the state, no matter what group, as this is going to be, I don't know if that was touched, but either way, received at the 3-yard line there, and a nice decision there by Croker to just go down at the 10-yard line, and this is going to bring out Smith to just kneel on the football and put him into this first half locker room.
Well, Ryan, recapping the first half before our break, Luciani, exactly what he wanted to see and exactly what this Butler crowd wanted to see. Good 2-score lead, still a close game, so we're still entertained, but a good lead going into the halftime break in a very big game.
21-10 will be the score going into the locker room. And again, worth mentioning, Hasbrouck Heights will have the chance to make it a 1-possession game coming out of the locker room as they will receive the second half kickoff. But these people here at Memorial Field happy with what they've seen. Efficient offense and big plays when needed on defense leads Butler to holding an 11-point lead over their divisional rivals in what is the NJIC Meadowlands Division title game live on Big State Sports. We're going to take a break. We'll be back soon, but while we're in the break, enjoy the performances from the Hasbrouck Heights cheerleaders, Butler Marching Band, and Hasbrouck Heights Marching Band. I'm Ryan Sudol. That's Matt Merlino. We'll see you in a little bit.
NIL deals mean opportunity, but also risk. Don't face it alone. Lyons & Associates reviews, negotiates, and protects your contracts so you could focus on winning on and off the field.
Don't wait. Your dream ride is waiting at Garden State Harley-Davidson. From Harley Legends to rugged CF Moto off-road beasts, the season's best selections here now. Route 10 East Morris Plains.
Here at Open Road Mazda of Morristown, we strive to provide a stress-free, knowledgeable, positive buying experience. No matter your budget, we'll find the right car for you.
Drive home the 2025 Mazda CX-50 for just $229 a month.
Check us out for yourself.
Pick Your Cards is located on Route 46 in Ledgewood. Our huge inventory can be shopped online at pickyourcards.com, where you can use the code BIGSTATESPORTS for an extra discount.
Tired of tired floors? At Washington Floors, we're a family-owned business in Washington, New Jersey. From cozy carpets to stunning hardwoods, we've got your floor covered. Literally. Fully insured, fully trusted. Call Washington Floors today at 908-989-0111. Again, that's 908-989-0111.
For your personal and business legal needs, built on relationships, support, and innovation. You can rely on Mandemont Barrett. Visit us at mblawfirm.com.
Go ahead.
Take a deep breath. Oh, nice, huh? That's some clean, fresh air at the perfect temperature.
That is good. Who installed the system?
ICS. They're the leaders in HVAC. They make the ductwork at their own factory, so we even save some money.
That's impressive. You recommend them?
It's ICS for HVAC.
I see why.
Hey, Lorraine, go get a big plastic bag. Take some air home with you.
Got the new iPhone 17 Pro and Verizon picked up the tab.
No way.
That's me. Handsome and hilarious. It's a rare combo.
New and existing customers can get the new iPhone 17 Pro on us on the best 5G network.
I mean, where else would I get it, right?
David Hasbrouck here from Big State Sports. You're watching free coverage of the best high school athletes across the Garden State.
Blue Nail was superior in almost every aspect. We worked with contractors for almost everything in the firehouse, and Blue Nail really made us feel comfortable all the way through, from the contract to pre-planning to scheduling, getting the job done. We are thrilled that they were able to do the job for us.
This is George Muha, and you're watching Big State Sports.
This is Zach Smolin, play-by-play commentator, and you're staying frosty for free right here on Big State Sports. Struggling with confidence, inconsistency, and playing scared? Learn how to unlock your potential and perform at your best when it matters the most with Top Mental Game. Your talent sets the floor. Your mindset sets the ceiling. When the moment comes, will you be ready?
For years, it had been the same routine, working all night. Ah, those beautiful faces. I wanted more, for me, for them, for our futures. There was this day that something changed, a simple moment of dress-up. It opened my eyes.
Take charge of your future and go big at CCM.
George J. Keller and Sons want your house to be the kind of home for all to see. Best roofing, windows, siding too. Great solar and gutters, we're here for you. Our seasoned pros are unsurpassed, so give a call, we'll take your task. Transform your home, that's what we do. So give a call, we're here for you. For roofing, siding, windows and solar, we do it all for you. George J. Keller and Sons.
Your family-owned operation since 1980. Call for your free estimate.
Hey, this is Zach Smolin with Big State Sports. We know fundraising can be tough for booster clubs and coaches, and that's why we're so excited about Leading Edge. They've helped programs raise tens of thousands of dollars in just a 1-hour fundraising drive. Scan this QR code or visit lefundraise.com and let them know Big State Sports sent you.
Hey parents, Anchor Golf and Recreation is now registering full and half-day golf camps. Anchor Golf Day Camps are designed to teach children fundamentals of golf. To register your child for golf camp, go online and click the registration tab at anchorgolfcenter.com. Anchor now has 4 dedicated outdoor lighted pickleball courts. Call to reserve your court today. Check out Anchor's 18-hole miniature golf course with new features. It's fun for the whole family. Anchor Golf and Recreation offers so much more. Call or see us at anchorgolfcenter.com.
This is Christian Copeland, broadcaster for Big State Sports, and you're watching high school football right here on YouTube.
saying, yeah, we're filling a void.
Government did a good job with that sports broadcasting act 70 years ago. They said,
oh yeah, no NFL games on Friday.
Families navigate the college application and financial aid process since 1988. Visit njcollegeguy.com to schedule your free consultation today.
John's Lawn Service has made this free game stream possible for everyone watching.
Athletic Fields of America, a Tenkata company based in Morris Plains, New Jersey, is dedicated to enhancing the athletic experience for students, faculty, and visitors by transforming sports facilities into premier venues for competitive and recreational activities. We've installed over 1,000 fields, and we continue to focus on innovation and excellence. We partner with our clients to revitalize their existing athletic fields and create new ones from the ground up through meticulous planning, state-of-the-art materials, and expert craftsmanship. Whether it's a professional stadium or a community field, we are building healthier, more beautiful communities and delivering surfaces that perform, last, and support vibrant, active lives. Learn how we can take your sports facility to the next level by visiting afoa.us.
Here at Open Road Cadillac, everybody gets treated just like family. We always make sure we find the right car for you.
The 2025 Cadillac Lyriq, now for the limited time price of only $529 a month. Open Road Cadillac of Morristown in Florham Park, New Jersey.
Call us today at 973-989-8775.
Mandelbaum Barrett PC Attorneys at Law provide you with a 360-degree approach for your personal and business legal needs, built on relationships, support, and innovation. You can rely on Mandelbaum Barrett. Visit us at mblawfirm.com.
Struggling with confidence, inconsistency, and playing scared? Learn how to unlock your potential and perform at your best when it matters the most with Top Mental Game. Your talent sets the floor. Your mindset sets the ceiling. When the moment comes, will you be ready?
Hi, I'm Barry Farber, and I'm so excited to bring you the new special edition hardcover copy of The Adventures of Little Billy in Search of the Magic Tree. Scan the code below and learn more about that adventure.
And claim your prize. Congratulations to our
Welcome back
to everyone who participated
on to Big State Sports coverage of this NJIC Meadowlands Division matchup between Butler and Hasbrouck Heights. I'm Ryan Sudol, soon to be joined again by Matt Merlino. Butler with a 21-10 lead over Hasbrouck Heights as we get ready for the second half, which is starting in just a number of minutes here. And before we get to that, we'd like to thank the following sponsors for helping us bring you this game here tonight. Of course, we're presenting this game from the Mandelbaum Barrett broadcast booth, and since 1930, Mandelbaum Barrett PC has been a trusted legal partner for all of life's biggest plays, from business deals to personal matters. Their experienced attorneys provide hands-on attention and innovative solutions. For nearly a century, they've built enduring relationships over diverse industries. Wherever you are, whatever your legal need, and whether it's personal or professional, Mandelbaum Barrett PC is on your team. Learn more at mblawfirm.com. Chafee and Associates, concentrating in personal injury involving motor vehicle accidents, including car, truck, motorcycle, Uber and Lyft accidents, construction accidents, workers' comp, opioid pain management, and all of your regenerative medical needs. And last but not least, Butler Bulldogs football. And they're getting ready for the second half kickoff here. Logan Mandaglio getting ready to boot this one away as Hasbrouck Heights won the toss, deferred to the second half, and good thing they did, as they're down 2 scores here starting to start the second half of play. How would you attack this drive here if you're Hasbrouck Heights to set the tone, Matt?
Big plays on any way. Just get an explosive play, get momentum back on your side. I want to take a look while we got some time at some other scores of the games that we have here on Big State Sports.
Yep.
We had a big one in Bergen County. Old Sapan taking on Northern Highlands. That game went to the final, and Old Sapan beat Northern Highlands to stay undefeated in a battle of 5-0 teams, 14-7. Big game down in the Big Central, Elizabeth and Bridgewater Road, and are 33-23 in the fourth quarter, and we'll get more of those throughout this second half.
And we got a big update from the Becton-Lyndhurst Colonial Division game coming up in just a matter of moments, but getting ready now for the second half kickoff. Back deep to receive for Hasbrouck Heights, Brady Shine and Jalil Baldwin, and Mandaglio puts his boot to the ball, and we are underway with the second half. This one's angling towards the sideline, but letting it go here was Baldwin, and he picked it up at his 10-yard line. Now he's being tracked down and staying up on his feet and getting dragged to the ground there by Butler's number 12 there. That was Urim Arias. So it could have been worse there for Hasbrouck Heights, but he was forced back as he almost reached the 20, so he loses some yardage at the end there, and that'll place it at the 14 yard, or are they going to spot at the 20? They're going to give him the forward progress, actually. So they give him the forward progress at the 20-yard line. So that rough go to start the kickoff return comes out in the wash. And here we go with Nick Nipatella. Has a touchdown pass of 50 yards of length in this game to Baldwin. And here's the last year's Bergen County leading rusher, Mike Napolitano, getting stuffed on that run. Initial contact there made by Jaden DiNatale, helped out by 2 of his teammates. And he gets 1 yard up the middle. And, you know, on the other end, you got Yadi Perez, right, for Butler, and he's not really had a huge run so far, but he's got chunk run after chunk run. In the case of Napolitano, he's only had like 2 or 3 big runs in this game, and other than that, Butler managing him quite well.
And that's what Coach Luciani wanted to see here. Napolitano, obviously the big play guy for this Hasbrouck Heights offense. They have done, the Butler defense, a very good job at limiting that big play capacity.
Faking the toss there was Nipatella. He's looking deep. He's got Shine, and he's got it past midfield. Brady Shine being chased from behind, and he will win the race. Yes, touchdown, Hasbrouck Heights, 79 yards.
Let's go.
You said they needed the big play. They go for it, and they cash in, Matt.
Unbelievable throw. He almost gave it up, Shine, with the celebration there. But he kept his head up and was able to outrun the Butler defender. What a play. We've got ourselves a game once again.
2 scores on 2 big pass plays, a 50-yarder and now a 79-yarder, this time from Nipatella to Brady Shine. That's his 3rd receiving touchdown, upping his team lead on the year. His longest catch of the year as well. And now Shine coming right back on the field, looking to make this a 4-point game. And the kick is up and off the upright. He doinked it. It is no good. So still a touchdown will take the lead. So not that bad of a miss there in terms of the game, but still within a touchdown now are the Aviators, 21-16. After just 65 seconds actually out of the half. Hasbrouck Heights with a huge play after coming up empty on the first couple of that drive. Now, we mentioned that we had an update from the NJIC Colonial Divisional matchup between Lyndhurst and Beckton. If Lyndhurst wins that game, they will face the winner of this game next week in the 2 weeks from now, in the first round of the NJIC tournament. 18 seconds into the fourth quarter, a scoop up for Lyndhurst off of a fumble by Beckton, and then the next play, 55-yard touchdown pass for Lyndhurst, and with 11:42 to go in regulation, it is 7-7. Lyndhurst and Beckton tied up. Again, if Lyndhurst wins that game tonight, just across the way, they will move on to the NJIC tournament to face the winner of this game in the first round. Meanwhile, Shine puts his boot to the ball, and it's received at the 11-yard line by Butler. This is Evan Croker. Croker making a couple good cuts. Nice return there by the junior past the 35-yard line.
Great return from Croker. You mentioned the Lyndhurst-Beckton game, crucial in the NJIC playoff race. There is another game crucial in the state playoff race for both of these teams. Cedar Grove, who I believe is the top team in North Group 1, which is the section that both of these teams, Butler and Hasbrouck Heights, compete in when it comes to the state playoffs. They made it to the Group 1 state championship last year, Cedar Grove. They are losing at the half 23-0 to Caldwell right now.
Big stuff going on tonight all across North Jersey, as on the first play of this drive, it's Yadi Perez taking it on the draw. And it's about a 3 or 4 yard gain there, and bring up second down. Yadi Perez had a little bit of a scare at the end of the first half there. He was thrown down, and I think something happened to maybe his hip, couldn't tell, but his right leg was being stretched out by the trainer. It looked bad in the moment, but nice job by the trainer and nice job in the toughness department by Yadi Perez to come back in the game as the second half starts. Just so happened that the guy spelling him, A.J. Kilmat, did end up scoring the touchdown from 3 yards out to make it 21-7 in favor of Butler. And on this play, it's Smith taking it by himself, and that brings up third down and short, just past the 45-yard line.
At the 45-yard line, third down.
We mentioned some of the big games Big State's got tonight. Tomorrow we've got a big game in the Big Central. 4-1 Somerville and 5-0 Summit at 1 o'clock tomorrow. And if you mentioned, if Lyndhurst is unable to win that game, Garfield and Lodi play at 1 o'clock tomorrow.
Handoff. Perez looks like he might have gotten the first down. Definitely has it now as he lunges forward. Bunch of guys getting in on the action there, including number 45, Emil Belyayev, and I have been waiting to talk about this kid all night long. This kid's story is nothing short of incredible. He is from Kazakhstan, moved here in middle school, and last year, an assistant coach who's also a social studies teacher saw him in his class, looked at his size, and said, "Do you want to play football?" And he just said, "Sure." Last year, he didn't know how to get into a stance. He came to practice with mechanics gloves instead of football gloves to use as his gloves. And now this year, he has 29 tackles on the year and 3 sacks coming into this game. Now 30 after that last play, as on this run coming from the outside, it was C.J. Bentley, the wide receiver. So this isn't just an inspirational story of like a Rudy type thing where he just gets in and just makes one big play. No, he is, as Coach Surrey says, the secret sauce to their defense. And between you and me, he said he's his favorite kid on the entire team. He spent more time talking about him than any other kid just because of the story alone, and I totally get it. I mean, to come from a country with no football at all and to get integrated that quickly stateside is nothing short of fantastic. As as David Smith completes this pass near side to Evan Croker, gets out of bounds a couple of yards shy of the first down. It'll be 3rd down and short from there.
Good catch from Croker. I believe in week 0 there was a kid from Shabazz High School in Newark who kicked a game-winning field goal. He was from some country in Africa. It may have been Senegal. I feel like it was somewhere around there.
Yep.
He kicked a game-winning field goal. When he came to the U.S., he said he hated American football. He was interested in the real football, the English football.
3rd down and short. QB keeper here, and David Smith is going to pick it up.
But it seems we have another one of those stories at this Hasbrouck Heights team.
It reminds me a lot of the story of Jermaine Illuminor for the Giants. I don't know if you know that story. He born in England, raised in England, moved here just before high school to go to Morris Knowles High School. Called his uniform his kit. He called his cleats his boot, right? Because he's used to that, to the European football. And, all these years later, he ends up being the starting left tackle for the New York Giants. Right of tackle here going Yadi Perez. Perez picks up just about 3 or 4.
It's kind of a reverse Ted Lasso if you think about it.
It is, really. It really is. It really is. And the game that he actually watched that got him into football, he was flipping the channels. It was the 2007, I know the Giants were in it. It was the Super Bowl year. I think it was Giants-Dolphins in one of the first Wembley games that they had. Perez on 2nd down, once again taking the carry and getting it to a 3rd down and short situation past the 35-yard line. I mean, we're seeing football really get global lately. With an example of that is the fact that Bad Bunny's doing the halftime show, right?
Yeah.
It's just another example of the NFL trying to go global. Going deep, looking here is Smith. Smith finds his man, Evan Croker. It'll be 1st down and goal for the Bulldogs. Tracked down out of bounds there at the end by Nick Haynes, but another big throw here by Smith. It seems like he's incapable of making anything else than that tonight.
Great job by Croker to hang on to this ball. Look at the effort from Haynes to try and strip it out of there. Great throw once again from Smith. No need to say that. He's done it enough tonight.
Yep.
Great effort from Hines to try and get that out of there.
Every pass he's thrown has gone basically 1st down yardage.
Yep.
And many of them have gone much more, just like that one there. It'll be 1st down and goal at the 2 on what could be the exact drive Butler needed after giving up that big touchdown. That give up the middle. That was Ryder Higbee, the 3rd-string running back there. Getting a chance there. And by the way, that 6'1", 225 frame you just saw with the football is a sophomore.
Yeah.
So there you go.
as only 2 carries on the year so far.
That was his 2nd carry. And it goes, unfortunately for him, for no yards, so it'll be 2nd down and goal from the same spot.
Ryan, I don't think David Smith has any incompletions today.
I really do not think so. Seems like he is. As it's going to be a run up the middle. Guess who? David Smith with the keeper and a touchdown for Butler.
TD number 2 on the night. David Smith, the quarterback. And again, this Butler offense is able to make whatever they want out of the Hasbrouck Heights defense, which has been the calling card of tonight's game.
Flexing a little bit to the camera person next to the goal post, and that's his 3rd total touchdown tonight. 2 on the ground, 1 in the air. If he wanted to, he could probably get one by sea. As here's Mandaglio trying to get this one up, almost blocked, but he ends up going through the uprights and good to make it 28-16 Butler with 6:14 to go in the 3rd quarter. So, this is what they've been doing all night, answering back after the 2 scores by Hasbrouck Heights, taking advantage of mistakes like they did on the drive where they gave up the punt after the 2 back-to-back false start calls. So, just a well-managed game from all aspects here for Butler so far tonight, but don't count Hasbrouck Heights out yet because they have the big play, and it's worked out twice for them tonight in the scoring department. Both teams getting ready to go out there for the kickoff here. Mandaglio will be kicking this one away. What history between these 2 teams, by the way. Butler 6th all-time in wins as a program in North Jersey, 554. And Hasbrouck Heights, the winningest program in North Jersey history with 669 wins coming into tonight, 16-time sectional champions. And they are in their 113th season of football, our Hasbrouck Heights. In 1913, their first year was the same year that the first crossword puzzle was released in New York World Magazine. So that shows you what we're dealing with here when it comes to the pedigree of both of these teams, as this one from Mandaglio was caught immediately at about the 35 there by number 13 for Hasbrouck Heights, Deacon DiLorenzo. So not the best kick there by Mandaglio. Sets up okay field position for the Aviators to start this drive. Now on the other hand of things for Butler, they are in their 107th season of football. They started in 1919, have fielded a team every year since. 1919, the same year that Curly Lambeau founded the Green Bay Packers.
Ryan, this drive is pivotal to decide who is going to come out on top.
We'll see how they attack it here. It's a sweep, near side. Napolitano trying to escape, and he does a nice job of that, getting about 5 yards outside of the 40. And with that being said, I know that we're just halfway about through the third quarter here. With how Butler has managed the ball on offense, they have scored on every drive. 4 for 4. They have not punted the ball. They have not turned the ball over. Is this a must-score drive for the Aviators?
Yes. Yes, it is. In terms of momentum, which I always like to talk about, these Aviators, they need something big here. Just as they started the second half, but they started the game with a long touchdown, a 50-yarder to number 7, or from Nipatella to Baldwin.
And on this run, it's going to be Nick Haynes. How in the world did he get out of that? The sophomore, what a run, and pushing the pile for a first down near midfield.
Back to my point, Hasbrouck Heights has just not been able to kind of mold the Butler defense as the Butler offense has done to their defense. They need to be able to do that if they want to win this game, and so far I haven't seen it.
Well, that right there was a positive running play as Haynes comes off the field. Napolitano back in at the single back here. Here's the give to him from Nipatello. Nice spin there, and he stays on his feet near the first down markers after breaking a couple tackles. And it will be a first down into Butler territory at the 42-yard line.
He was finally brought down, a shoestring tackle by Jay Sepulveda. Senior with a couple of tackles today, came in with 9. But
what a spin, man, oh man, what a spin at the line. You don't see a lot of spin moves until you get into the open field. He wasn't even there yet, and he fakes out 3 or 4 Butler Bulldogs there. First down and 10 now from the 42 for the Aviators. Nipatella faking the handoff. He takes it himself up the middle. He's got plenty of speed and space. Nipatella will score. Touchdown, Hasbrouck Heights. 42-yard run. And they're right back in this thing again.
Nipatella, unbelievable. That's what they needed. Any score would help. That's the kind of thing they like. And high school's all about those explosive plays, and we've seen now 3 tonight for the Aviators.
Their 3 most explosive, actually 3 out of their 4, because of course Nipatella had the run early on that got him in a goal to go before the half. So 3 out of their 4 most explosive plays for Hasbrouck Heights tonight have been for 6. Now to try and make it 7 is Shine. Shine puts it through. He's perfect on the night so far.
Number 1, Brady Shine is successful. With 4:59.
Or sorry, excuse me. He's missed one. He put one off the uprights in the second quarter, but still a 5-point lead now only for Butler. Once again, after that touchdown by Hasbrouck Heights. Now this is where Hasbrouck Heights defense needs to come up big, Matt.
Yeah, they do. Stop here will give them a chance to take their first lead of this game, and that's what they really need tonight. And Ryan, we've been blessed with a very competitive game and a very exciting one at that.
We have an update from that NJIC Colonial game between Lyndhurst and Beckton. A 96-yard touchdown pass to Malachi Jackson for Beckton. The Wildcats are up front 14-7 with with 4:28 to go.
That is unbelievable. You say 96 yards?
Yes.
I don't think I've ever heard
That's literally
that.
3 yards away from being tied for the longest play in the history of football from scrimmage.
Last year, and I'm going to shout out my folks at Pascagoula Hills. Last year, Connor Onikian, our quarterback who's now graduated and is at Quinnipiac, not playing.
Oh, wait, look at this kick. Is that an onside kick? It is! And it's, oh my gosh, it worked! It worked! Hasbrouck Heights is going to have the ball at the 39-yard line. Incredible stuff from Brady Shine. Pulling the Saints in the Super Bowl there, and Hasbrouck Heights is going to have it in Bulldog territory.
Oh, my God.
It took all of us off guard.
It's like 2000. I'm going to make you feel old. It's like I'm 2 years old again.
Oh, you're right. And it took the perfect bounce as it landed at the 40. Recovered at the recovered at the end. Can't see who it was. It was Mike Collinari, the sophomore linebacker, making plays in 2 phases here, on defense and special teams. But what a perfect angling of probably the highest onside kick attempt you'll see.
It looked like it was going to be a regular kickoff, just a short one. I don't even know if that was planned, and it just worked out that way.
Well, this is the type of time where you don't question anything, as now Hasbrouck Heights is going to try to take advantage of the special team snafu and cash in with some more points. First play of the drive, Napolitano dragged and wrestled down to the ground by Evan Croker. It'll be 2nd down and 9 from the 38.
Harsh tackle.
That's an angry tackle right there after what just happened.
Let me get back to that Onikian story while we've got time.
Of course,
It was a consolation game. We were playing Bergenfield, his last game ever as a Pascagoula Hills Bronco. He turned out a 97-yard touchdown run in that one. That's a pretty good way to go out.
I don't think I've seen a play from scrimmage longer than 85, and I've been doing this for 7, at least in the games that I broadcasted. So, hey, maybe it'll end tonight. Who knows with how this game's gone with the wacky stuff, especially in the last few seconds. 2nd down and 9. Napolitano taking this thing and wrestled down by the neck on that by number 7, Ryder Higbee, and now Napolitano was on the ground and hurt.
That would be a major loss.
And a couple yards short of the first down that was, but the most important thing is that, he sits up on his own, but the trainer's coming over, and while they work that out, and he's actually up on his feet, so I think we can stay here. He looks to be fine. He'll probably come off the field for a play. But he is jogging back to the huddle here, so nice. That is a tough cookie right there. Yeah. As there was an injury timeout due to the time he was down on the ground, so a little free discussion for either of these two coaches to have. Luciani in his 13th year, 86-40 is his record. He's won sectional titles in 2018 and last year, 2024, winning the North 1 Group 1 title over Mountain Lakes. 10-time sectional champion overall are the Butler Bulldogs. 16 sectional final appearances for them.
You know who Butler lost to in the regional championship in North Group 1 in 2018?
Cedar Grove, who is losing right now still. Design run here off the fake handoff for Nipatella. Nipatella had the touchdown run on the last drive and a huge first down to get it just to about the 20-yard line on 3rd down. And we have another player down here for Hasbrouck Heights. Looks like to be one of the linemen. It's going to end up being Matt Samperi, and the trainer will be coming out and assessing him. So while they take care of that, we are going to take care of this commercial break. We will be right back on Big State Sports.
Transform your home, that's what we do. So give a call, we're here for you. For roofing, siding, windows and solar, we do it all for you. George J. Keller and Son. Your family-owned operation since 1980. Call for your free estimate.
Hi, my name is Andrew Shaka. I'm one of the owners here at New Jersey Siding and Windows. We are a family-owned residential remodel firm. Everything we offer here is quality and comes with great warranties. If it's a residential home, there's no home too big for us to work on.
KJM Financial, helping families navigate the college application and financial aid process since 1988. Visit njcollegeguy.com to schedule your free consultation today. NIL deals mean opportunity, but also risk. Don't face it alone. Lyons & Associates reviews, negotiates, and protects your contracts so you could focus on winning on and off the field. This is Zach Smolin, play-by-play commentator, and you're staying frosty for free right here on Big State Sports.
Here at Open Road Mazda of Morristown, we strive to provide a stress-free, knowledgeable, positive buying experience. No matter your budget, we'll find the right car for you.
Drive home the 2025 Mazda CX-50 for just $229 a month.
Check us out for yourself.
Tired of tired floors? At Washington Floors, we're a family-owned business in Washington, New Jersey. From cozy carpets to stunning hardwoods, we've got your floor covered, literally. Fully insured, fully trusted. Call Washington Floors today at 908-989-0111. Again, that's 908-989-0111.
Welcome back inside the Mandelbaum Barrett broadcast booth, folks. I'm Ryan Sudol alongside Matt Merlino. The right tackle, Matt Samperi, being led off the field by the athletic trainer. Seemed to have hurt something in his lower body. Meanwhile, back on the field after the first down run by the quarterback, Nico Nipatella. It's going to be a sweep. Napolitano. Again, nice little scamper for him. Gets it to about the 11-yard line. A yard short of a first down.
Good to see he's back on after took a little hurt a couple minutes ago.
So second down and short from the 13-yard line. 3:20 left to go and counting in the third quarter. With the Aviators, after the surprise onside kick by Brady Shine, have a chance to go up in this game. And it's going to be a run for Nipatella again. It will be a first down, falling forward to make it a goal-to-go situation.
Here we go, Hasbrouck Heights. Chance to take the lead. Be their first of the game, Ryan, and boy, would it help them along.
Trying to take advantage of catching the special teams for Butler with their pants down, now trying to carry that momentum to the offense. And they've been doing it so far with chunk play after chunk play on the ground, which they really haven't employed so far in the game. They're using it at the right time here. First and goal. Napolitano is put down behind the line of scrimmage. Huge, huge stop by Evan Croker. His second tackle for loss on the night. And it'll still be second down and goal, but this time it'll be from the 13.
Huge tackle by Croker. And this is kind of what we saw in the earlier chance that Hasbrouck Heights had at a first and goal play, I believe.
Yes, and it resulted in a field goal. So Butler trying to replicate that from the second half and keep 6 points from going on the board and keep the lead. We'll see how aggressive Hasbrouck Heights gets here as well. You never know, they might go for it if they get close enough if it comes to a fourth down.
Well, we saw the onside kick.
Yes, sir. Second down and goal. Looking to throw here is Nipatella, and Croker almost had him, and another guy almost had him. Finally brought down by 3 or 4 Butler Bulldogs. Oh, that could have been worse than it ended up being there, and now the guy that had the second chance at him, Cole Benacasa, is down on the field. So nice job by Nipatella to avoid what could have been the worst of the situation. But as of right now, Cole Benacasa, the defensive tackle senior for Butler, is on the ground and hurt, getting assessed to by the trainers. And we are going to take a break while they take care of him. We'll be right back.
Family, we always make sure we find the right car for you.
The 2025 Cadillac Lyric, now for the limited time price of only $529 a month. Open Road Cadillac of Morristown in Florham Park, New Jersey.
Don't wait. Your dream ride is waiting at Garden State Harley-Davidson. From Harley legends to rugged CF Moto off-road beasts, the season's best selections here now. Route 10 East Morris Plains.
Provide your team or athlete with quality trophies, medals, plaques, and awards with Performance Trophy and Medals of Randolph. Call us today at 973-989-8775.
Hey, this is Zach Smolin with Big State Sports. We know fundraising can be tough for booster clubs and coaches, and that's why we're so excited about Leading Edge. They've helped programs raise tens of thousands of dollars in just a 1-hour fundraising drive. Scan this QR code or visit lefundraise.com and let them know Big State Sports sent you.
Welcome back inside the Mandelbaum Barrett broadcast booth on Big State Sports. Ryan Sudol alongside Matt Merlino. First, it's going to be third down and goal after another loss on what was a sack by a combined 3 Butler Bulldogs on Nico Nipatella. 14 yards separate them from the end zone. Boot. Nipatella under pressure throws, nailed as he throws to the end zone, and it was incomplete, but a penalty flag was thrown. So we'll see who this is on.
Holding defense. Holding Butler.
Oh, wow. So that's really the first penalty of the game that has been against Butler that has resulted in this type of shift. So it remains third down, but they'll move it to the 7-yard line. So we'll try it again. It would have been fourth down off of that incompletion.
That's huge for Hasbrouck Heights.
Yep. A nice break there for the Aviators, as now they have only 7 yards between them and the end zone and a chance to take the lead with a touchdown. 1:17 left to go in the third quarter. They are stomping on those bleachers. I tell you, we can feel it in the booth, and now we have a timeout on the field called by Coach Eddie Surrey, and that is his first of the half, so they have 2 remaining. First timeout by either team this half. Now we have an update, folks, from that Beckton-Lyndhurst game. Again, Lyndhurst wins that game, they win the Colonial Division. They scored with a minute to go, and they decided to go for 2 to win the game. No good. So, with 1:02 to go, 14-13 is your score. Beckton with the lead. Beckton winning keeps them in. Lyndhurst is still in it, but also Garfield still in it, barring the result of their game tonight.
Tomorrow afternoon, they'll play Lodi, and that game will be on Big State Sports. 1 o'clock start there. And Lodi 0-5 on the season, so we'll see what Garfield can do.
An outside chance. Then that's when tiebreakers are going to come into play.
In the past 3 years, I believe Lodi has taken all 3 straight against Garfield, so we'll see if that streak can continue. Garfield's got a new coach this year.
Some intriguing stuff going on in the NJIC.
Especially here. It may not get the reps it deserves with the SFC here and all the huge Catholics and bigger schools, but these Group 1 and Group 2s can put on a show, and we're seeing one tonight.
Out of the timeout, third down and goal from the 7-yard line. 3 wide receivers. Nipatella looking to throw, well protected at the goal line. It's caught by Mike Napolitano, and Hasbrouck Heights has taken the lead.
My goodness.
Number 4, Michael Napolitano.
That is Napolitano's 2nd touchdown reception on the year.
And the biggest one by far.
Huge block there
by Colinari there on the pressure, and picking it up nicely there, and wide open was Napolitano as he makes the grab, his first touchdown all night. And they're going to go for 2 here to try to make this a 3-point game. Wise decision here with 1:12 to go in the third quarter. Napolitano in motion. Looking near side here is Nipatella. He's got some time. He's going to throw it as he goes out of bounds. Pass was caught at the goal line by Brady Shine, but just a yard short. So, the Aviators have taken the lead, 29-28 with 1:12 to go in the third quarter. They take advantage of the surprise onside kick, and we got more of a ball game than we've ever had tonight. As you saw, just, man, that was inches short of that. He was in the end zone with his feet, but the feet don't count. It's the ball that counts, and did not pick that one up. see those transitions as we come in and out of replays and such. And we'd like to ask you folks out there to join Big State Sports this October as we stand together in the fight against breast cancer, raising awareness, supporting survivors, and honoring the strength of every warrior. And stay tuned for a minute and 12 game time from now, because Butler and their DECA club are going to be hosting the Miracle Minute, which is a minute of about 20 kids running around the stadium trying to get as much money as they can. And at the end, they will be announcing, by the end of this game, they'll be announcing how much money they got, and that money will go to a beneficiary within the Butler community. And I can't wait for that. I am just excited for that as I am for the fourth quarter.
I'll tell you, Butler's got pink socks on. There's pink accents all over. That's kind of what's missing with this October football. It used to be you have all pink all over the place. It'd get you in the feel for it.
I would love if
we should go back to it.
I would love if a team just abandoned their colors and just wore a pink uniform for one game. I don't know how you would get that done and who you would contact.
Turn the field pink here.
Oh, that would take a while.
That would. And a lot of money.
Oh, it's another surprise onside kick. Are they going to get this thing again? No. Barely. Butler's going to end up getting it. Yadi Perez came in to grab the ball, but that might have been an unnecessary roughness there on the special teams unit for Hasbrouck Heights as Perez is down.
That was a harsh hit on Perez.
And they're going to call, this be interference there, fair catch interference on Hasbrouck Heights. But at the end of the play, you saw one of the defenders come in and just nail Yadi Perez as he is back up on his feet. And he is hobbly right now.
Tough kid, though. He's trying to walk on his own.
Trying to, but he is favoring the left side of his body right now and trying to keep weight off of that right leg. So perhaps a defender landed on him wrong at the end there as his team coming across his path to comfort him as he comes off the field, and don't know what this is going to mean for the rest of the game in terms of the Butler offense or his prospects of playing at all. But man, we said this earlier when he got hurt and came back in, but what a loss this would be for Butler in the fourth quarter of this game. But meanwhile, after the penalty, Butler is going to have it in Hasbrouck Heights territory at the 44-yard line. First play, Smith on the keeper, gets 5.
That was a rough hit on Perez. I think this Butler defense or offense, while they will miss him quite a bit, they still have plenty of other weapons to use.
And we have another injury timeout for a Butler player. And we're just going to take a break now, folks. We'll be right back here on Big State Sports.
Now registering full and half-day golf camps. Anchor Golf Day Camps are designed to teach children fundamentals of golf. To register your child for golf camp, go online and click the registration tab at anchorgolfcenter.com. Anchor now has 4 dedicated outdoor lighted pickleball courts. Call to reserve your court today. Check out Anchor's 18-hole miniature golf course with new features. It's fun for the whole family. Anchor Golf and Recreation offers so much more. Call or see us at anchorgolfcenter.com.
This is George Muha, and you're watching Big State Sports.
Athletic Fields of America, a Tenkata company based in Morris Plains, New Jersey, is dedicated to enhancing the athletic experience for students, faculty, and visitors by transforming sports facilities into premier venues for competitive and recreational activities. We've installed over 1,000 fields, and we continue to focus on innovation and excellence. We partner with our clients to revitalize their existing athletic fields and create new ones from the ground up through meticulous planning, state-of-the-art materials, and expert craftsmanship. Whether it's a professional stadium or a community field, we are building healthier, more beautiful communities and delivering surfaces that perform, last, and support vibrant, active lives. Learn how we can take your sports facility to the next level by visiting afoa.us.
Go ahead, take a deep breath. Oh, nice, huh? That's some clean, fresh air at the perfect temperature. That is good. Who installed the system? ICS. They're the leaders in HVAC. They make the ductwork at their own factory, so we even save some money.
That's impressive. You recommend them?
It's ICS for HVAC.
I see why.
Hey, Lorraine, go get a big plastic bag. Take some air home with you.
Welcome back inside the Mandelbaum Barrett broadcast booth. Ryan Sudol here alongside Matt Merlino live on Big State Sports. Christian Franco, the starting left guard, sophomore for Butler, walking off the field on his own power after getting shaken up on the previous play. Back to live action. It's 2nd down and 4 with 58 seconds to go. And right now, following the injury to Yadi Perez, he is sitting on the bench with his helmet off. So it does not seem we're going to see him for the rest of this game tonight. Huge blow to the Butler offense in a fourth quarter that is going to be crunch time for either team. Meanwhile, he's out of the game, in the game right now. And I believe, yep, that is going to be, that's A.J. Kilmat. He had the touchdown earlier, and all of a sudden he finds himself in a de facto starting role for the remainder of this game.
I don't want to take anything off of the attention to Kilmat, but some Butler offensive lineman just threw a Hasbrouck Heights defender.
Keeper for Smith. Smith stood up before he could get the first down. In there on the initial contact is number 54, Noel Cruz, the left tackle, and they're going to say on 3rd down that they did not get it. So it's going to be 4th down and short from the 36-yard line, or 34-yard line, excuse me. And we're going to bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter. Well, folks, we're going to stick it here as the Miracle Minute presented by the Butler Deca Club is starting in just a minute here. And what a fourth quarter that we are bound to have here as Hasbrouck Heights right at the end of the quarter scoring 2 quick touchdowns in a matter of minutes, punctuated by the surprise onside kick that resulted in the touchdown pass from Nipatella to Napolitano. And another surprise onside kick that they tried, which ended up resulting in the injury to Yadi Perez as he was swarmed when he got his paws on the ball.
At this time, it is now the Minute to Win It fundraiser. If you guys can donate to DECA, you'll see a bunch of people running around. A minute on the clock. Ready? Go!
Here we go. They're running in the crowd as the folks from DECA here as a minute is on the clock as they're trying to get as much money as they can from the folks here at Memorial Field. They got $1,100 last year, looking to up that total this year as both teams trying to get to the ball here. And a minute is on the clock. I don't know if they're going to be forced to stop the music here as now both teams are getting ready to start play. And 4th down and short. The music is still playing, and Evan Smith is going to be a QB sneak. It's a 1st down.
That's quite stressful.
Play had a sound. Yeah, play had a soundtrack.
Number 1, David Smith, is good for a yard. That play results in a Butler Bulldog.
A lot going on there. Sensory overload for a second there for me. The song was playing. We got a bunch of kids running around trying to get as much money as they can in that miracle minute, as DECA calls it. And right as the music was ending, Evan Smith gets a QB sneak, soundtracked by some Chapel Roan here at Memorial Field. Smith going to throw on 1st down. It's Parkinson. First time we've said his name on offense in a bit. Lunges forward to the 25.
Pass complete to number 14,
just about 2 yards short of the 1st down. Brings up second. And we have a final from that Beckton-Lyndhurst game. Beckton 14-13 against Lyndhurst. So with that being said, Beckton and Garfield next week will likely decide the NJIC Colonial Division, of course, barring the result of tomorrow's game between Garfield and Lodi. Meanwhile here, 2nd down, Kilmat, the run, and he's going to be stopped near the sticks by Culinary, forcing him backwards.
Carried by number 3.
And we'll see if it's going to be another 4th down and short. I'm sorry, that was 2nd down, excuse me. So it will be 3rd down and short here from the 26. And you hear the crowd screaming AJ's name when he gets the ball. And really, I don't think I've heard any player get that sort of adulation from the crowd when he's touched the ball on either side tonight. So they are really counting on him, proud of him for getting this opportunity, regardless of how he got it, unfortunately due to the injury to Perez. But he's looking to take advantage of any chance he gets. Play action. And sacking him! Oh, did he get the ball away? Oh, he did get the ball away, but it was almost intercepted by Emil Belyayev. On the pressure was Mike Culinari on Smith. Almost a disaster for Butler, but it ends up coming out in the wash there. It's going to be 4th down and short. Let's see this thing again.
I believe Owen Maloney gets back here as well.
Yeah, he added some extra pressure there, but Culinari in there on what would have been the sack, but Smith got it away, and Belyayev had his paws on it, almost had what would have been his first career interception and a potential game changer.
If we had instant replay in New Jersey high school football, I'd be throwing the challenge flag to see if he was down on one knee. So that looked like it was very close.
Well, here we go. Another QB sneak potentially coming up here for Smith. Smith takes it, 1st down. Trying to get to the ball there at the end was Jake Britton, the linebacker, but he keeps it close to his chest. And David Smith picks up another 1st down on a 4th down. QB sneak. Ball's spotted at the 20. It'll be 1st down and 10. We are under 10 minutes to go here in regulation. I think this is spotting up to be a much quicker 4th quarter than we had a 3rd quarter.
Well, hopefully the injury stayed.
Yeah, that was really the contributing factor, the highest contributing factor to that. 3 wideouts at the top of the screen here for Smith. Smith pumping, throwing, back corner of the end zone, over the head of Parkinson. Tried to hit him on the hitch and go route, but too strong.
Hasbrouck Heights would want OPI on that. Butler would want DPI on that, but I think that's quite even.
A couple guys hand fighting there.
Yeah.
Can't really call it either way, as it's now 2nd down and 10. Would have been the 2nd reception for a touchdown for Parkinson tonight.
And it would have been a big one.
Yes, sir. Second down and 10 at the 20. Faking the handoff. QB keeper. It's Smith. Smith trying to get the corner, and he's got it. Touchdown, Butler. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the night.
And this one goes for 20. He had a 1-yarder to open the scoring. He had a 2-yarder late in the first half, I believe, and now he has the go-ahead 20-yarder, but now Hasbrouck Heights has some time.
And it's now a 5-point Butler lead after the touchdown. They were down 1, now up 5. And we'll see what they'll elect to do here. And it looks like they are going to go for 2 here to make it a 7-point game, 36-29. Smith looking to throw. He's got all the time in the world. And he's got it to his man in the back corner of the end zone. It's Jay Sepulveda, and it is a 7-point Butler lead with 9.5 minutes to go in regulation.
Smith has been involved on 4 touchdowns of the 5 tonight for Butler. Plus he has a nice dot to his man Sepulveda in the back of the end zone for the 2-pointer.
9:29 to go. And an update on Perez right now. He is being stretched out by a trainer on the sideline. His helmet is off. So we'll see if this is just a way to get himself stretched out for the long term, or if he's going to try and get back into this game. But in any case, Butler with a 7-point lead after what was a disaster of a couple possessions at the end of the 3rd quarter. They now retake the lead, and they bounce back huge on offense, and they are now 5 for 5 tonight on touchdown drives.
Unbelievable.
And it's hard to believe that it's only been 5 because of the way that they've just chewed up the clock each and every time that they've had the football. Well, Hasbrouck Heights had a must-score drive in the 3rd. They converted. With how Butler has chewed up the clock, is this a must-score drive for the Aviators?
Will Butler go for the onside kick?
We shall see. Maybe they'll take it. I was just thinking the same thing. Perhaps Logan Mandaglio is going to take a page out of Brady Shine's book. And it's going to be a little squibber. And picked up at about the 34-yard line there. by number 13, Deacon DiLorenzo. That's the second time he's had that tonight, standing in that position on kickoff. So pretty okay field position for Hasbrouck Heights.
First and 10 Aviators.
66 yards separate the Aviators from what would get them within 1 point.
Not only of a win tonight, but of a league championship, a spot in the NJIC playoffs, and potentially a provisional 1 seed come state playoff time.
2 wideouts in the game at the top of your screen. It's Shine and Napolitano. The sophomore running back, Haynes, gets wrapped up after a gain of maybe 1 or 2. Interesting there, Napolitano was lined up in the slot on the far side there. He is lined up there from time to time, but it's the first time we've seen him not come over in motion tonight.
He's out wide again here.
Oh man, there's no one on the left side of on the near side of the field. They got 4 wideouts to that side. Nipatella being chased from behind, throwing on the run, deep, and it is almost intercepted on the play by C.J. Bentley. And the pass was intended for Nick Haynes. Crisis averted for Hasbrouck Heights there. Whew.
Maybe not the best read from Nipatella, but what an arm that he has. He threw
Really,
that
yeah.
back foot about 25, 30 yards.
So now it
Huge
is
third down.
Third down, yep. Is this 4 down territory here?
I don't know. You still have a
Depends how
lot of
close you
time, but Butler's been able to chew up the clock.
I mean, if you get close enough, I would not be surprised if Surrey keeps the offense out on the field with how daring he's been with his special teams play calling so far this evening. See Brady Shine, the lone wideout. Nipatella directing traffic under heavy pressure, and he gets it away. Are they going to throw a flag for grounding? They're asking for it, and they're not going to get it. But either way, an incompletion forced by Evan Croker, and it'll be 4th down and 8 for Hasbrouck Heights.
Let's see what Coach Surrey does here. This is the kind of moment.
And nope, there is intentional grounding. The flag was thrown late after some discussion with the officials. So that is and that's going to be a punt situation now undoubtedly. And here comes the punt unit. Brady Shine out there for Hasbrouck Heights. The second time he's punted the ball away in this game. And there is a guy in the crowd who describes himself as an old fat guy, his words, not mine, where he has said he's yelled at the student section to get loud and wonders if they even have a student section tonight. They should be leading the cheers, not the old fat guy. So there's that. And on this punt, it was received by Croker, the guy who forced the stop on 3rd down the previous drive. He fair catches it at the 49-yard line. So now a chance to put the game away here for Butler on this drive, and they have that potential to do so with the clock management that they've been using so incredibly so far tonight.
I don't know if the kiddies know what's on the line tonight. But then again, I am one of them as well, legally. So it may be...
Well, you're getting paid to be here.
Well, but at least
I know everything that's going on.
I seem to at least care for what's going to happen in about
that's cold.
8:45.
That is ice cold. First play of this drive. This is kill, Matt.
You should see what I say at Hills when our students leave at halftime.
Do they leave at halftime if you're like up big? Or
no,
do they, okay.
Usually it's down big, my friend.
Oh,
unfortunately.
Oh, no, man. I'm sorry. Well, I will say, Mendham student section pulled a surprise early this year. It was the first game of the year that I did in week 1, I should say. And they were up like 10 with like 5 minutes to go, and everyone just left. Yeah,
really?
And then the producer, who was also a Mendham student, just said, yeah, they never stay until the end. I'm just like,
why?
Yeah, all right. Well, either way, back here, 2nd down and 8. Bouncing off a tackler there was David Smith, sliding out of bounds. And it'll be 1st down into Hasbrouck Heights territory past the 35-yard line. And I got to say right now, I think we don't have to have any deliberation about it. If Butler holds on to win this game, that kid, David Smith, is getting the Open Road Mazda of Morristown Player of the Game and the T-shirt that goes along with it.
You can check out that interview on our Big State Sports social media, Instagram especially, at Big State Sports. That'll be very fun.
Up in a couple days. Under center here is Smith. As coming in motion there is Danny Wilson. Kilmat takes the handoff, wrapped up at the ankles by Colinari.
I will say, Ryan, we've gotten a bit better with the leaving part at Hills. There's a couple of kids who are able to hold out for the whole game.
Did you block the entrance?
I am locked up in the booth. That is for our athletic director and those folks.
You just grab the mic and say, if you stay, you get ice cream.
I use strong words. That's all the weapons I have.
Oh, boy. Well, 2nd down and 8. 7:16 to go. Smith, QB keeper. Smith turning the legs. Brought down at the end of the play there by number 70 for Hasbrouck Heights. That's Steven Neinstead. And he now comes off the field. And he got 2 yards shy of the first down at Smith, so it'll be 3rd down and 2 at the 30. And Butler taking their sweet time here.
Can this Hasbrouck Heights defense get a stop?
They haven't been able to all night. 5 for 5 on touchdown drives for the Bulldogs. Play action. Keeping it again is David Smith. Smith again, a good chunk run there. Pushed back after getting the first down by Owen Maloney. And Owen Maloney, I have to say, has the most Irish name I've ever seen. Now, Owen Maloney, when you hear it out loud, of course, that sounds Irish, right?
O-W-E-N.
Until you've, yes, O-W-E-N. Until you look at his name, it is spelt E-O-I-N. Owen.
Straight out of Dublin.
Yes.
Or Cork. Maybe Cork is the right city there.
You know the region by the name? I know you're Irish.
I've got a bit of Irish blood in me. I know plenty of Irish folks.
I can see it in you. And to think his family couldn't get more Irish, his 2 brothers are named Finn and Kieran. So
there you go.
1st down and 10 after the run by Smith at the 25. Smith yet again taking it. And nice stop right before the line of scrimmage by Noel Cruz, the nose tackle.
Play too late for Cruz. Imagine that happened on the last play.
So 2nd down and 10 now. Or 2nd down, actually more like 10 and a half after the slight loss. Coming up on 5:30 to go. So really, any sort of points here have the potential to put the game away because any sort of score would put them up 2 possessions.
But Hasbrouck Heights offense has been explosive.
Yep, and they do that, have that onside kick in their pocket. As it's a jet sweep here, Croker cuts it up and inside the 15-yard line, and that looks like it should be a 1st down, and it is for the Bulldogs.
Good run.
Brought down at the 15-yard line. That player's Oaks in a
Great run from Croker. We've seen that a couple of times tonight. And again, this Hasbrouck Heights defense unable to get a stop.
A little update on Perez. Perez being stretched out in a similar fashion he did earlier in the game before he came back in by the athletic trainer, but his services may not be needed as it's going to be a touchdown away for Butler to put this game away, and David Smith has done it! Touchdown, Butler! He's got 4 rushing touchdowns tonight!
Now, you said put the game away. I'm not so sure about that. Let's see what this Hasbrouck Heights offense can do. Because as I said a couple of plays ago, they are explosive. They can get those onside kicks. But man, oh man.
So similar to the last one he had, too.
Yeah.
Basically identical in terms of play design. There's a chest bump from one of the assistants to the star of the night, Evan Smith. Or, sorry, David Smith, excuse me. I keep saying his brother's name. My apologies, folks.
5 touchdowns tonight, 4 on the ground, 1 through the air.
His career high was 2 coming into tonight. He doubles that as putting it through the uprights is Logan Mandaglio, and it is 43-29. Butler with the lead over Hasbrouck Heights with 4:40 to go in regulation.
Aviators 29 and your Butler Bulldogs 43.
And I will say, counterpoint, just to the CYA here, a potential to put the game away.
Yes.
Yes.
Potential.
Yes.
But
I do not think this game is over whatsoever. But either way, with this being what it is right now in the game, It is indeed crunch time, folks. And this crunch time is brought to you by Top Mental Game. Struggling with confidence, inconsistency, and playing scared and tight? Learn how to unlock your potential and perform at your best when it matters the most with Top Mental Game. Get the same personalized tools that professional athletes use to play with confidence, increase resilience, and build a champion's mindset. Visit topmentalgame.com to schedule your free consultation. Matt, I have never been so happy to read an ad read in my entire life, because that's the first time I've done it this year.
Genuinely.
Genuinely. We've had opportunity after opportunity, but the teams either in front either pull away in the fourth quarter and just go on a route, or it's just a route the entire way through. This, a competitive game that is far from over here on Big State Sports, and getting it off the bounce at the 25-yard line is Mike Culinari off the kick from Mandaglio, staying on his feet and brought down, diving forward to the 40-yard line. On the stop there by A.J. Kilmat, and Culinari down momentarily on the sideline, but he gets back out on the field a bit gimpy, as you can see.
Can you feel the tension, Ryan? Because I think I can.
Yeah.
All the way from the Hasbrouck Heights sideline.
Yeah, pretty good contingent here. That's a pretty far drive from Bergen County out here to Butler tonight. Yeah. And a good contingent over there.
We mentioned the mayor of Hasbrouck Heights. He
Yes.
actually walked the 20 or so miles.
When did he leave? That's what I'm wondering.
I would guess he woke up 6 a.m., showered, and then came on over.
All right. Good on him. We got to find him before the game's over and just ask him why he's so crazy. Throwing on first down here is Nipatella, or at least trying to. He's got some time, some nice blockers. Now the pocket collapses, and down he goes, but that's going to be a horse collar tackle. The culprit there on the play was number 56, Peyton Kibbers.
And the correct call.
I'm sorry, actually, that was number 53, Tommy Henahan. It would have been his first tackle for loss and/or sack of the game, but that's a horse collar tackle, 15 yards, automatic first down. That's not what you want to happen on this drive. You're trying to keep him out of the end zone if you're Butler.
And Henahan knew it right away.
Yep, went right down to his backside. Hands on his head, realizing the mistake that he made. So now basically the field flips. The opposite 45 now, opposite 35, so now the 45 of Butler. Just like that, in position to put some points on the board. They need a touchdown, no doubt about it here, with 4:13 to go and counting in the game. Ba, ba, ba. There we go.
Sweet Caroline from the Butler Band.
Yes. Perhaps trying to rattle the Hasbrouck Heights offense here. Two wideouts in the game for Nipatella. He pumps, looking deep, far side of the field, and he threw it too far ahead of the intended target, Jalil Baldwin. In on the coverage there was Nick Parkinson.
Good coverage, double coverage, and really no chance Baldwin had at that one. He was
and it's going to be a hold on Butler, so another defensive penalty, and it's an automatic first down. So you had the horse collar tackle earlier by Henahan, and now defensive holding that makes it first down and 10 at the 35 for the Aviators. I think Butler, if I'm Coach Luciani, I'm calling a timeout.
If there's another one, I'm calling a timeout.
Definitely. There has to be
in the back of his mind. Because the defense has still done well. It's just carelessness.
Out of the gun. Napolitano on the give and stood up. Henahan, a little moment of redemption after the penalty. Huge loss.
Carried by number 4, Michael Napolitano. Stood up by number 53, Tommy Henahan.
There's his first tackle for loss on the night, his 7th on the year. And that makes it 2nd down and 11 from the 36. Under 3.5 minutes to go.
And counting. This Hasbrouck Heights offense needs to get a move on.
Hasbrouck Heights has 2 timeouts in their pocket. Heights stacking everybody at the top. Now 2 of them motion to this side. 2 tight ends on the near side. Taking the handoff is Nipatella. He's going deep. Going towards the end zone. It's going to be caught in stride. Touchdown, Hasbrouck Heights, Nick Haynes.
Touchdown caught by number 22, Nick Haynes.
What can you say, Ryan? I don't have anything to say. What a game, and it's not over yet.
Haynes
pass.
perfectly placed in stride on the pass by Nipatella. Haynes, that is his third receiving touchdown this year. He leads the team in that metric. And now it's a one-possession game with 2:53 to go, a chance to make it a touchdown and a PAT game as Shine is out to try to attempt this. Onside kick coming up, no doubt, on the other end of this. But in the moment, the kick is up and good. He's made all but one tonight, and it is 43-36. Now, we have seen the onside kick by Shine used twice. It worked the first time, came close to working the second time. He's going to need to have another perfectly placed one here. But you wonder, will Butler be ready for it and setting up for it? And in that case, will they throw another curveball at him?
Yeah, will they try a traditional onside instead of that looping onside, that arcing onside that they've done twice before? My, oh my.
This could be the ball game here.
Yep, just 2:53 left. And
aren't onside kicks in high school better than the ones in the pros?
Well, there's always some more tension because pros.
And you also don't have to announce it before you do it.
Yeah, that as well.
Yes.
You think
that's the main thing.
You think they're going back on what they're thinking?
Well,
the NFL.
Well, I don't know. I mean, honestly, I think it's going to take a couple years to get back to the old ways if they do decide to change it. But I don't know. But either way, right now, looks like they're lining up for another onside kick. And this is actually going to be a slow roller, and it's going to be received by Butler. In on the grab was Nick Parkinson, and they are going to have the football at their own 45-yard line, and they just need a couple first downs to ice this thing.
Yeah, they tried the traditional onside. Looks like we have a penalty.
I don't think it went 10 yards.
Against Hasbrouck Heights.
Yeah.
Onside kick recovered by number 14, Nick Parkinson.
It's a personal foul, so I think you're right. And let's see.
Actually, no, it was a personal foul. You're right. So that's going to put Butler into Hasbrouck Heights territory. So
but
they might not only be putting the game away with the first down, they might be putting the game away with some points.
And Hasbrouck Heights only has 2 timeouts left.
Yes.
Used one even before the third quarter was over.
Yeah, on that drive after the onside kick, they used it.
Perhaps some buyer's remorse from Coach Surrey.
So Smith in the gun with Kilmat to his right. Smith taking it himself. And brought down by 2 Aviators. Combining on the stop there were Belyayev and Noel Cruz.
That's all they need. 3 yards. A 3-yard run.
And Hasbrouck Heights deciding to take their timeout after this next play. No 2-minute timeout or warning in high school. Which right about now Surrey wished there was, because that would give him his de facto 3rd timeout. 2nd down and 8 after the keeper. Butler trying to put this thing away up 7 in what has been an incredibly exciting offensive thrill ride live on Big State Sports. And it will be Smith taking it himself again, and he picks up the first down past the 30-yard line, and that, folks, might do it.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. At Players Oaks in a Butler Bulldogs.
It's the David Smith Show, and he has top billing tonight, as he has for most of their games so far this year. His signature performance of his career.
What a kid, what a player. Nothing else to say on that. Just an incredible player for this Butler team to have, and I'm sure Coach Luciani is not excited to be losing him after this year.
And they're not going to kneel down just yet. It'll be Smith once again, getting a yard or 2, and here comes the timeout from Coach Surrey. So with 1:37 to go, it'll be 2nd down and long. They have 1 timeout remaining. So if they end up getting the ball back here, if my math is correct, it'll be with like maybe 5 or 6 seconds to go.
Yeah.
But then again, any sort of points here would, take that game-winning drive out of the question. So we'll see if they end up going for a field goal here, if it gets to a 4th down, if they go for it, if it's short, I don't know. But it sounds like we have a total for the Miracle Minute, and we're going to go to our PA announcer, Andrew Balistreri, right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, the results are in. DECA is extremely excited to announce that we have collected $1,178.04.
And that is a new record for the Miracle Minute here at Butler. $1,173.40. All within a minute.
Very nice. We have a final from another big NJIC game, the Patriot Division title game with Park Ridge and Woodridge. Woodridge has won that. They're going to make their way into the NJIC playoffs. 25-19 final up there.
Man, that's going to be some exciting football 2 and 3 weeks from now. As they ended up not giving him any yards on that previous run for Smith. So 2nd down and 10 out of the timeout. Minute 37 to go. Hasbrouck Heights with just one left. And again, there goes Smith. And Smith is going to pick up the first down after breaking a tackle or two. Dabbing on him.
That'll stop the clock, so Surrey will be able to keep his final timeout, but at this point, does it really matter?
Nope, they're just going to probably just kneel on the football here.
I don't even know if Surrey will use that last timeout. You might as well give yourself one last chance. But
and it looks like, they're going to kneel on this football here.
There you have
Regardless of whether Surrey uses that final timeout or not, they are in victory formation. And what a victory for Butler here tonight. Had the lead most of the game, then gave it up in the 3rd quarter, but rallying back to take the lead late. And a key special teams play by Nick Parkinson on that onside kick leads to David Smith running the clock out. And this is going to end up being a huge, huge win for Butler that puts the Bulldogs into the NJIC playoffs, where they will look to defend their title.
What a game we had. Fireworks aplenty.
Man.
Nice departure from the usual.
Oh, you bet. And there's your final. Butler, 43-36, the final over Hasbrouck Heights. They're headed for the NJIC playoffs in 2 weeks' time against what is going to likely be either Beckton or Garfield.
2nd straight league title for Butler. We'll see if they can parry that into another sectional title.
And this is going to do a lot for the PowerPoints with this quality win tonight. So depending on what happens with the 2 teams at the top, that's New Providence and Cedar Grove, we'll see where they'll end up when the UPRs come out early next week. But for right now, Butler, the celebration begins here on homecoming night as they win 43-36. David Smith, 4 touchdowns on the ground, 1 through the air. Incredibly efficient through the air as well. One of the most efficient guys in Morris County, showing exactly why tonight he is your Open Road Mazda of Morristown player of the game. You'll see an interview with him on our socials. But right now, for our camera person, Matt, our producer, Tatiana, my broadcast partner, Matt Merlino, we thank you very much for joining us live on Big State Sports and inside the Mandelbaum Barrett broadcast booth. We hope you have a fantastic rest of your weekend. Good night, everybody. Wideouts in the game here for Butler on 1st down and 10 from their own 47. Here's a keeper for Smith. Smith making a cut. Smith out in front of everybody. Finally tripped up past the 30-yard line. Eventually by, I believe, brother graduated a couple years ago. Part of this resurgence for the Butler football program over the last couple of years. Here's Smith again going up the middle, diving over the pile and into the end zone. Touchdown, Butler.
Good to see it. I think usually they do one game a year on the road. They picked a good one here.
Yes, sir. 2nd down. Perez takes it up the middle, and Perez has another 1st down, spun down by Baldwin past the 30, but again, Perez coming through on the ground. Nipatella looking the way of the sophomore running back, but running himself. How about this run? Incredible stuff from Nipatella. Finally tracked down inside the 10 by Parkinson, but it'll be 1st down and wideouts in the game here for Butler on 1st down and 10 from their own 47. Here's a keeper for Smith. Smith making a cut. Smith out in front of everybody, finally tripped up past the 30-yard line, eventually by, I believe, brother graduated a couple years ago. Part of this resurgence for the Butler football program over the last couple of years. Here's Smith again, going up the middle, diving over the pile and into the end zone. Touchdown, Butler.
Good to see it. I think usually they do one game a year on the road. They picked a good one here.
Yes, sir. 2nd down. Perez takes it up the middle, and Perez has another 1st down, spun down by Baldwin past the 30, but again, Perez coming through on the ground. Nipatella looking the way of the sophomore running back, but running himself. How about this run? Incredible stuff from Nipatella. Finally tracked down inside the 10 by Parkinson, but it'll be 1st down and wide receiver. Nipatella gave it to Haynes, and Haynes gets flushed back, tossed to the ground. What a tackle by Peyton Kibbers. And Kibbers.
Very good job at limiting that big play capacity.
Faking the toss there was Nipatella. He's looking deep. He's got Shine, and he's got it past midfield. Brady Shine being chased from behind, and he will win the race. Touchdown, Hasbrouck. Well, that right there was a positive running play as Haynes comes off the field. Napolitano back in at the single back here. Here's the give to him from Nipatella. Nice spin there, and he stays on his feet near the 1st down markers after breaking a couple tackles. Here is Nipatella. He's got some time. He's going to throw it as he goes out of bounds. Pass was caught at the goal line by Brady Shine, but just a yard short. So, the Aviators have taken. Smith looking to throw. He's got all the time in the world. And he's got it to his man in the back corner of the end zone. It's Jay Sepulveda, and it is a 7-point. Over and just ask him why he's so crazy. Throwing on 1st down here is Nipatella, or at least trying to. He's got some time, some nice blockers. Now the pocket collapses, and down he goes, but that's going to be a horse collar tackle.